shout you're live.
Well, you can shout you're live, and then we'll start from there, I guess. But
if I shout it, the levels are going to be fucked. And if I don't shout it, I won't sound enthusiastic enough. I want to shout you're live on the air. Maybe we should start it and then record the intro at the end when we're pumped, psyched. After,
sure. That would be annoying to edit.
Video game. It would be. It would be. That's why you're doing it. Right. Pumped. What are we going into first? What we've been playing?
Hey, Kyle, what have you been playing?
I've been playing video games.
Oh,
How
wow.
about you?
I've been playing
my
video.
iPhone 5. I've got a 4, but right. We are live in the virtual studio, recording a podcast which has no name, for a website which also doesn't have a name and still isn't live. It's been months. I'm joined today by Matthew Kershaw, and I'm your host, Kyle Schumann. Let's get into it. What have you been playing?
It's been many months. We've been planning to do this, and I've been playing a lot of games.
We've got, like, what, literally 6 months of games? The
Yeah,
last one we recorded was probably January.
quite a backlog of games. Let's see, other than stuff like, Battlefield 4, Halo 4, GTA 5.
Probably my most played game of the year.
Well, other than all these, like, multiplayer games I've been playing with you,
Yeah.
I've been playing stuff like I've restarted playing Mass Effect 2. I
Going
just
back a
downloaded.
few years.
Yeah, I know. Going back playing the classics. I just downloaded Dark Souls because it's free on the Xbox 360. Not played it yet, but I've downloaded it, and I've been trying to get some use out of my Xbox One by playing stuff like Trials Fusion, Metal Gear Ground Zeroes, and lately Watch Dogs, which I guess we have a lot to talk about on that game.
Yeah, we'll hit that game later. Let's have a little spoiler here. Watch Dogs fucking sucks.
It's not that bad.
It fucking sucks.
What have you been playing before we get into a rant about Watch Dogs?
Well, recently or over the last few months, because I played like every game that came out on the PS4 over the last 3 months.
You've been playing weird, obscure Japanese Vita games for quite a while.
To be fair, I've been playing Persona 3 for about 5 years. To be fair, I'm only like 46 hours in or something. I think I'm halfway through the bosses.
46.
It's because, right, Persona 4, Golden, hell of a game. Hell of a game. I cried for about an hour at the end of that thing.
Oh, I know.
But, Persona 3 just feels soulless in comparison.
Is
I don't
that
know.
because there's no Yosuke?
Well, there is no Yosuke. He is perfect. But you do spend, like... You have an hour of goodness. You might have, like, what feels like an hour of you talking to people and doing school stuff and doing your revision and study or whatever it is you do. And then you follow that up with about, like, 4 hours of grinding in this shitty tower that looks the same with the same music and the same enemies.
An hour of revision and study you should be doing in real life.
It's fuck. That game's really good, and I should have been doing that in real life. But that's out of the way.
I guess, yeah.
For now. But,
So what else have you been playing?
I finished Transistor. I wrote that thing on the site, which nobody can see. But yeah, that was a hell of a game. About 6.5, maybe 7 hours long.
Really?
The outstretch. It's pretty hard. Like, if you're not paying attention, you will just get fucked. And it sounds pretty easy. Like, you look at it, it's like turn-based gameplay, but you're the only one who takes turns, so it should be the easiest thing in the world. But yeah, the enemy are pretty bad in terms of killing you. There's a lot of variety. You fight cluckers, which are like eggs on legs that throw eggs at you, like water style. It's just weird. There's just shit all over the place, but it looks pretty.
Shout outs to Billy Hatcher, hell of a game.
Fucking Billy Hatcher. But yeah, that's a great game. I would say play it, but
I don't own a PS4.
Buy a PS4 just for that game.
Oh yeah.
The controller talks to you. That and Destiny, yeah. Probably worth getting, like Dynasty Warriors 8 Extreme Legends, another game I've been playing, hell of a game.
While I'm at it, I'll buy a Vita and get Persona 4 Golden Edition.
Actually, let's go straight into news, because there's been loads of leaks about this PS4 Vita bundle.
Has
I think
it?
they called it the Ultimate Player Bundle or something.
That's a pretty cool name for a bundle.
20 or 30 euro discount on buying them separately, which isn't huge. But, I don't know, you get like fucking 18 free games at the start of it. Well, you're going to have to subscribe to PlayStation Plus, because if you don't, you're not going to have online.
Yeah.
But, online functionality. But why would you not? I mean, this month I think you get Trine 2 on the PS4, which is a bit older. I don't know. Re-release, but meant to be pretty cool.
I guess, yeah. I already pay, what, £40 a year for Xbox Live?
I think, oh yeah, it's like, what, £8 a month? Is that what it's meant to be?
I think so.
Well, it's only $5.99 for PlayStation Plus, so there you go, already getting a bargain. And, yeah, played Wolfenstein.
The New Order.
That's a game. Yeah, the New Order.
I just watched a stream last night of somebody beating that game, and man, is it glory.
It is pretty brutal, like, no, I don't want to spoil anything, but, like, this isn't really a spoiler, because I think it may have been shown in pre-release material, but, like, an hour into that game, you fucking watch a guy get his eye wrenched out. It's, like, the most gory stuff ever.
Oh, yeah. I saw a guy get his spine ripped out and his brain sucked out of his head.
Yeah, but then, like, 2 hours later, you'll be on the moon fighting Nazis, which is also pre-release, but not spoiling anything. But,
yeah.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know, it's weird.
That game doesn't really seem like a Wolfenstein game. I mean, I saw the end and just, like, this isn't a spoiler, but, like, the sad music playing, and, oh, it's just so depressing.
It's depressing to think the world is Nazi-occupied.
Yeah.
It's weird, because it feels kind of like an Indiana Jones film, you know, like something that would happen after The Lost Ark or whatever.
Yeah.
Just that weird sort of, like, comical action movie style to it. And then you'll be, like, in the sewers underneath in Berlin or something, and you'll just hear people on the street talking, and it's like some of the things people get persecuted for and stuff is like topical because it is the Nazis or whatever, but I don't know, it catches you off guard. You're talking about like people getting their homes invaded and stuff by Nazi police.
I said, like, even the final boss, as you're like blowing shit up, he's just like, oh, think about all those people with families you just killed. It's like it just makes you depressed as you play the game.
Yeah, it's pretty brutal, and you spend some time. I want to say it's important. Well, you're in Germany at some point anyway after that prologue. Because there's like, you start off and you're invading. I can't remember what it is. It's Death Head's compound or something, which is the first level, and you're invading it with all the Americans. And it starts off super well. It's like you're in part of a fleet in the sky or whatever. And then you're on the ship that's falling apart, and you have to like throw yourself from airplane to airplane, and like, it's good. It is awesome.
That sounds very awesome.
It's like D-Day but cool, as opposed to ships and people getting hit by more rounds.
There have been some good D-Days in games, like Medal of Honor did D-Day really well. Like
I never played the old Medal of Honors.
Oh, they were great. The best mission was D-Day, where you went up the beach and you just watched like Americans get mowed down by MGs all the way up the beach.
Just like Saving Private Ryan style.
Yeah, I don't know which came first, but whichever one came after was definitely inspired by the first.
Aye. They did another good one in Company of Heroes, which is a strategy game from a few years ago. It was the same kind of thing, it was just like a beach, and you get control of way more units than you would normally.
Yeah.
I think that's a bit weird because it's the first level until they all get hit in seconds. You have like 1 or 2 men running up the hill, and you get more, but they do it well. But yeah, like New Orders, it's weird because I hate the way it plays with a passion. Like it might be better on the PC, but
it looks so jank, just the controls.
Yeah, it's weird. It's weird, like, but the world is so cool. I mean, I don't know. I thought it was a good. I don't regret buying it for that reason, but it did play like shit. And there's insane difficulty spikes as well.
The stream I watched last night, I was like, man, this looks so good. And the streamer usually plays PC games, and at the end of it, he got an Xbox 360 achievement pop. I was like, oh my god, this is an Xbox 360 game. It looks so good.
Bits of it do. Like the characters look really nice. Some of the effects do. But then you stand too close to a wall, and it looks like ass. It looks like I guess it's on id Tech, whatever. The Rage, which I don't know. It's not amazing. Rage wasn't an amazing game.
Spoilers.
Did you play it?
No, I think there's like 2 copies of it in my house, and I've never played it.
Yeah, it's one of those games you pick up on Steam sales, and I think I played about 9 hours. I never finished it. But it's pretty bad.
It's like Fallout had like a baby that they tried to throw away.
Oh, I don't know if you play Fallout New Vegas, but also not a fantastic game.
Oh yeah, I have 2 hours in Fallout New Vegas. Those 2 hours are spent trying to mod out the awful UI in it before giving up and uninstalling it.
Yeah. It's worth pointing out I'm not a massive fan of Fallout anyway.
Fallout 4, E3, it's going to be amazing.
Even if it's announced, like, what is it? Like, how long was Elder Scrolls Online in the press before it came out? At least I remember hearing about it loads. Because they had Todd Howard out in front of it, didn't they, demoing that, like, look at our nice Alpine River tech.
I don't remember it.
Yeah, it was a while.
How much Elder Scrolls Online have you been playing again?
You know, I just got an email saying that it took out my next 3 months worth of payment, which
Ah,
it's discounted price. It's only like 25 quid or something for
yeah.
those 3 months, and I just can't bring myself to play it. But if I unsubscribe, I'm never going to touch it again. So at least if I subscribe, I might force myself to play it. It's just not a great game. I mean, they've delayed the console version. They haven't said when. I think their excuse was they wanted to do payment options. They couldn't on the consoles in the current state.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. That's what I think.
What, like micro DLCs?
Micro DLCs. I don't know. I have no idea. But that game was buggy as hell on the PC, and you expect it to be. You know, it's an MMO, but it was like just quests were broken, like vital quest line, and yeah, it was weird. Like you'd spend like 2 hours in a village waiting for some woman to reset because she's stuck inside a werewolf corpse or something.
Just like Skyrim.
Just like Skyrim, but yeah, it's not. There's cool things about it. Don't get me wrong. Like it does look pretty. The environments do look really nice. The lighting's really nice. It's just the part where they try to be an MMO, which I'm not too enamored by.
Yeah.
And I don't think the Realm versus Realm combat, which is the big PvP arenas, the open world PvP.
Yeah.
That doesn't feel as fun to me as it did in Guild Wars 2, rather, I should say.
Mm.
Because there's I have to walk, and I can only sprint, because sprint you have to hold down shift for it, and it's got this stamina meter, so you can't then use a melee attack and sprint, which is fine in Skyrim, but in MMO you want to get across the world as fast as possible.
I guess, but Skyrim was pretty big. The problem in Skyrim was you would sprint somewhere, jump on a rock until you gain your stamina back and no one can hit you, and then you kill things.
Yeah, but Skyrim was big and it was busy. Like, you would run down a road for 2 minutes, and if you didn't see something insane, some weird story beat or something, or some quest just start up, then there was something wrong, or you've been playing it for too long at that point. But in this game, you can walk for miles in any direction, and all you see is the same wolves you've been fighting for the last 10 hours. Not a great game. I forgot, I've been playing that game recently, I guess.
What else have you been playing?
I'm not entirely certain. I mean, Watch Dogs, unfortunately. I mean, I guess Infamous has come out in the last few months. That was late March, I think.
Second Son.
Yeah, that was fun. Again, not a long game, and that's fine by me because I don't like open world games generally. But that was really fun. Looks pretty.
I think that's why you don't like Watch Dogs.
Maybe, but I liked Skyrim, and Skyrim was busy. I liked GTA, and GTA was busy.
Watch
I don't
Dogs
like Watch Dogs.
busy.
Busy with the same shit, like just being able to hover over every person and tell me whether or not they have AIDS or something is not the same busy as a world I want to be in.
It's quite good. I'm enjoying my time with Watch Dogs, actually. I might perfect it and get all the achievements because they seem easy enough. And it's just like, complete all these side missions, complete all these human trafficking missions.
Oh yeah, sounds real fun. You sound enthusiastic about it too.
It's stuff I was going to do anyway because I wanted to play more content of it.
Did you have anything you wanted to play before we run into Watch Dogs? Because that might consume a bit of our time.
Suppose we could talk about Metal Gear and how you've become into the series through Ground Zeroes.
Metal Gear. Holy shit. Holy shit. Well, yeah, I mean, Ground Zeroes came out March 20th, was it?
I think so, yeah.
Something like that. Sounds about right.
And I've been telling you to play Metal Gear games for a long time since then.
They're so old, though. Like, to get into it, to understand the story, you have to go back. And to go back, you're playing games which just don't work in a modern day sense.
They can still work. It might be a bit janky when you play, like, Snake and you're just walking into walls just because you're trying to get behind cover.
Yeah, I mean, I should have done, because they're all on the Sony systems. You can get them all on the Vita, or you can get them all on the PS3.
Yeah.
And they're cheap as well, they're always on sale.
I should say, you could have got the Master Collection and got every Metal Gear game and just played through, like, hundreds of hours of content.
But, yeah, that's the thing. It's like, if it was, each game's 2 hours long, which everyone would hate, I'm not arguing with that, but at least then I would go back and see it. But I'm not going to play 20 hours of a 10-year-old game or something.
Yeah, I guess. I looked up all the Metal Gear Solid 4 cutscenes, and they're like 7 hours long, just the cutscenes.
That's the only game I might go back to. Because
Really?
It's kind of new. Like, what is it, like 6 years old at this point? It's it's at least this past generation. It's not like an ancient arcade game or something.
It came out a year after the PS3, which I think came out in 2006.
Yeah, so it would have been 2007 or 2008 or something, but
Hmm.
yeah, like that's not too long ago, really.
I guess, but
It doesn't look like trash, so that's something.
MGS4, I wouldn't say is as good as MGS3.
Yeah, but that's even older. Anyway, Ground Zeroes.
That's right. Yeah, Ground Zero is a really good game. Through that, I think before Ground Zeroes, I was playing through Revengeance, and I was telling you about it. I kept pressuring you to buy it until eventually was it on sale on PS Plus or whatever?
PS Plus, yeah, it was like £7 or something. I think it was, so like $10 or something.
And you finally caved in and bought it.
Fantastic game.
It
The
is.
game was unbelievable. It's yeah, that was a game. I don't know how long it was, but it was like a one-sitting game, or maybe two sittings for me.
Yeah.
I took one Sunday morning or whatever, downloaded it, sat and powered through it because it was insane. The stuff you do in that game.
I love the music in it. I still have the soundtrack.
I should have got the soundtrack.
It's
Must
really
be on
good.
iTunes or something.
The trouble is with the soundtrack, there's like 20 tracks, and there's like 11 songs, and then 11 instrumental versions of those songs, which are good, but I want to hear the lyrical versions of those songs.
Yeah, that's good music to write to, though, I guess. Because I find it difficult to write and listen to people.
Yeah.
But instrumentals, it's perfect. But yeah, that game is like, the combat's really interesting. The whole reversing, you're attacking into their attacks to counter is.
It took me a while to learn that. I think up until the fight against Sam, Jetstream Sam, I didn't know how to parry, so I just kept losing every boss fight and just got annoyed at the game.
Hi. Yeah, I remember you saying actually beforehand, so I made a point of making sure I could do it before going through the tutorial.
I was like, oh, how many times did you die to Monsoon? And you were like, none, I just powered through it. And I was like, god damn it. I died like 6 times against him.
I'm pretty sure I played it on easy, or the easier setting. I definitely knocked it down something at the start because I wasn't interested in the combat, which I kind of regret now, because it was a lot of fun.
I still need to finish it. I'm on the last mission.
That game looks good, though. I mean, I played it on the PS3, you played it on the 360.
Yeah.
That game looks really nice.
It looks nice, yeah.
I mean,
it's got a somewhat smooth frame rate until you like cut a melon in half, then it drops to 10.
Yeah, well, yeah, but I don't know, like the actual game plays, because when you're in combat, you don't have time to chop up a wall or something like 18,000 times.
Yeah.
But yeah, and that final boss fight, it was like must have been about half an hour of just comical genius. It was amazing to watch.
Yeah. Nanomachine's son.
Nanomachine's son. Yeah, Armstrong was something. If I had played that in 2013 and finished it, that would have been up for Game of the Year because it was awesome. It was just an awesome experience. It was like that summer film that's all explosions.
Which one?
To watch that summer film. I don't know, whichever Hollywood shits out every year. I don't know, but yeah, and then Ground Zeroes, which was completely different.
It's completely dark and depressing.
It was depressing. I didn't think it was that bad until I watched it. Well, it's pretty bad, kids with bolts through their ankles and shit.
Child rape and stuff.
Well, that's the thing. I didn't know about that until you said, you should go listen to the Zerdia logs.
Yeah.
And that caught me off guard.
I don't know. But then you have it's like all this depressing stuff about like child rape and people dying, and then you listen to more audio logs and there's like 5-minute log from Paz talking about Big Boss and Miller having a naked fight in showers, hugging it out afterwards. I'm just like, what is this?
Yeah. I went in not knowing who anyone was. I didn't even necessarily know who I was. I'm still not entirely sure what happened, but...
Clearly you are Snake. There's no confusion there. It's not like there's been 3 different Snakes.
I assumed because he was old that I was... Aren't you Big Boss? I don't know. I don't...
Yes, you're Big Boss, who is codenamed Snake, along with like 5 other people who are codenamed Snake.
Handy.
Yeah.
Kojima. I just read something today on Twitter, which is a popular social networking site. You might have heard of it. And apparently there's a Metal Gear movie well under production.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I'll see if I can find it, but I can't type because that's all you'll be able to hear on the feed.
I'm scrolling through TweetDeck now trying to find Kojima.
I want to say it was a tweet by GameSpot early this morning.
Oh, nice. I can find GameSpot on here.
It's not hard. It's pretty straightforward. It's spelled G-A. Right, yep, I've got it here. Big picture of Big Boss. slash Snake slash Solid Snake slash the boss. Yeah, Sony is in talks with some director of a movie I've never heard of. Jordan Vogt-Roberts is directing the film, apparently.
Just gonna say that the boss is not codenamed Snake. The boss is in MGS3.
Codenamed Otacon, codenamed Liquid Snake.
It's just like one of my Japanese animes.
Oh god. Yeah, that weird security guard in Vengeance, just reading the magazine or whatever.
Just got like, it's just like this big buff black guy, and he's reading a magazine with like K-On! All over it.
Was it weird that I thought it was kind of racist when that kid in the sewers like spoke like 3 different languages all at once? Well, that's what I thought it was. I felt racist watching it.
Oh, George. He's like, Cowabunga, man.
Cowabunga, yeah. Yeah.
It's pretty good.
But reading this article, and apparently there's also, I think I knew about the Assassin's Creed movie at some point.
Oh yeah, that's been in talks for a long time.
I didn't realize there was a Watch Dog movie. Didn't realize there was a Splinter Cell movie.
A Watch Dog movie?
Oh shit! There was another thing going on the internet, which was like a Bollywood rip-off of Watch Dogs. I think it was called 1818.
1818.
And it's got this Indian dude dressed up like Niall. I mean Aiden. I mean Niall. But yeah, and it's exactly Watch Dogs. The cover art's the same except he's Indian, and it's a movie.
Really?
But yeah.
I think the best Bollywood thing is that I've only seen a clip of it, and it's like some guy riding a horse being chased by like the police, and then he slides the horse underneath like a trailer, and then carries on running down the road. It's amazing.
Yeah, I can believe it. I've watched a bit of Bollywood. It's some of it's good. I can't tell you what I've watched. I think I have a notes thing on my phone which has all the films I've watched listed, because it's always such a big thing for me. There's some gems. There really is. Speaking of shit we've watched, I'm watching Halo Legends at the minute.
Oh!
Which is that anime series released by Microsoft.
You have to put the anime within quotes, because, you know...
Quote-unquote anime. Well, right, there's 8 episodes, I believe, and each episode was produced by a different studio, which I haven't heard of any of them, because I'm not super big into my anime studios. But, yeah, because they're all like 20 minutes, basically 20-minute episodes or something, like the stories feel more like a Waypoint video, where it's just like, we're going to skim over thousands of years of history in 20 minutes, and you're going to watch like a PowerPoint montage of Flood or something, like flying towards a planet. And all the art styles are different, and some are good, and some I don't think are very good. There's that one I sent you.
Oh, the one that looked like it had been Instagrammed.
Yeah, it looked like an Instagrammed oil painting. And like they had elites, and the elites only had 2 jaws instead of 4, and they were talking like humans. And the Arbiter's wife had hair.
Wait, what? The Arbiter?
Yeah, I think it was the Thel Vadam Arbiter, so the one from Halo 3, not the one from Halo Wars, because I'm pretty sure he's dead.
Yeah, he died.
But
he got like blown up and then stabbed.
Oh, shit, who was it who killed him? Was it the Spartans or was it Forge?
No, it was Forge, who I didn't like.
Yeah, he was a bit... I hated Anders, though. She was even worse.
Which is that? I liked Anders.
She was so arrogant, though. Like Serena needed to put her in a place sooner. Anyway, Halo Legends. She's yeah, they just basically like got the lore, and then there's that. I thought the coolest ones would be the Forerunner ones, because I thought that's what I'm into at the minute, like because I'm listening to the audiobooks again. But yeah, it was just like, I don't know, it put me really off because they're skimming over history, and it's not entirely true what they're saying at times. But yeah, it's all told from Cortana's perspective, I guess. You know, from the knowledge she's got from the rings, the Halo she's been on, or whatever.
Cortana, aka Halsey, aka
Librarian. God damn it! You need to read that Halo 5 trilogy by Karen Travis.
Wait, I thought you wanted me to read the other one. Well,
that's the trilogy. Starts with Glasslands, then it's Thursday of War, then it's Mortal Dictator, which came out this year, I think.
Where's here's Glasslands. I have it in my bookcase.
You need to read it. They're not long books. Mostly not even about Halo. Like that one is more than the others, but at some point it just becomes morality and the characters and how Halsey's a war criminal and she deserved to get shot in the arm.
Thing is, I bought this while I was over in Liverpool because I thought, oh, I'll read it while I'm over here because it was on sale for like £1. And like the first page is talking about like how they're trapped on a shield world and they're talking to an elite, and I just thought, oh, I clearly missed a book before this.
Spoilers, but yeah, that is Ghost of Onyx.
Is it? So I have missed something before it, so I have to read that first.
That's not written by her. Like, that's not part of the trilogy. But it's handy. Like, just read a Wikipedia entry on it or something. Like, all you need to know is who's there and where they came from. And that's not even important. But if you know who the Spartans are, that probably helps.
Yeah.
Because at the end of Onyx, you've got basically Halsey. I think you've got Kelly, maybe Fred, and then a few of the Spartan threes.
Such
trapped inside of Onyx.
American names.
Yeah, and that's why you can't go back and read those earlier books, because they're so generic. It's all like Fred and Holly, and in Halo Legends there's a Daisy, a Spartan Daisy, who, I don't know, like I stopped right before the end of that episode because I got bored. When I left, she was holding a gun to some girl in a wheelchair in like this beach or something. It was so weird. It was like some weird flashback. I don't know, not fantastic dialogue. I wasn't particularly interested.
Wow.
Like grenades that went off the sides of nukes. It was all over the place.
Clearly you've not played enough of Halo to know how big the grenades are.
Yeah, clearly. I've never seen a plasma grenade take out a gridge and wipe out like 4 pelicans or something. But Covenant, hell of an army. So, also, my Halo 4 visual essential guide or something. Basically like Encyclopedia version 2.
Yeah.
Finally arrived, so there's like a big section in there of Dr. Tilson, and that made me all sad reading about that. He was the the scientist whom face melts in Halo 4.
Oh, never forget.
Yeah, it's goes into a lot of detail. Like you can get the exact length of like sniper rifle bullets and shit.
7.11? No. What is it? I can't remember.
I have no idea. But it's got Joe Madama on the front cover, and that's always awesome.
On which one?
On this essential visual Halo guide. I've
Who's
said the name wrong like 4 times, but all the words are there.
Who's the elite on the front of Glasslands?
Oh, I don't know, because I haven't got the book yet. I can't find it. Describe him.
It's an elite. He's got 4 jaws.
Oh, is he on the glass planet?
Red eyes. He's got blue armor. He's looking at a Spartan.
I think that's probably Avomat Telcam, who's the leader of the Abiding Truth.
Yep.
Which is the rebels on Shenga Helios.
Yeah.
You need to get into that book. It's so good.
I like to call him Tyrone. Me and him are tight.
Oh, no. But, yeah, I mean, don't watch Halo Legends. No, I shouldn't say that. You might like it.
Don't watch Halo Legends and don't play Spartan Assault.
Well, Spartan Assault's free on the Xbox One this month, so you should absolutely get that, and then you can rant about it like we do. That's not a fantastic Halo game. We need to play the co-op, though, because apparently that's flood simulations.
I played one mission of it because I saw that there was an achievement to play co-op with 5 different people.
Right.
Which is annoying, so I have to now go through and play them all with you. I have to beat your score on every single level to get any achievements, and then I have to go through and play it with 3 more people, because I've already done it with 1.
Yeah, well, you should do it this month, because after this month, nobody will be playing that game again.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought I'll get like 4 of them out of the way and just do the first mission, and then I'll play it with you all the way through. But
it's a shame, because it looks really nice, and it sounds pretty much like Halo.
But it's clearly made for like a tablet or a phone.
Yeah, and tablet and phone games tend to not be very good anyway.
I found out that if you hold left trigger, you hold a grenade, and it has like a sort of like a cursor on it, but it's really wide, and I use that to aim now.
Yeah.
When I play, I have to hold left trigger, and if I let go, I throw a grenade at people. That's the only way I know how to aim.
It's yeah, you can always shoot in the direction. I think that actually there was a tooltip or something, or maybe one of the developers said it early on, like, if you shoot in the direction of your grenade throw first, you'll know where to throw it. But that doesn't help with like the distance or anything, because it's always at the same distance.
Yeah.
It's always that, like, I don't know, 5-10 meter gap.
Thing is, you don't want to shoot at all unless you know you're going to hit anyone, because you have like 2 bullets, and after that you've got to scavenge plasma pistols.
You could always buy a rocket launcher for $2 on the store.
Oh yeah,
150 rockets
for my Halo game.
You get more rockets than you can possibly use in that mission.
Oh yeah, just for that mission.
Don't buy the rocket launcher though. It's not a good thing. It's like watching fireworks go off. It's not fantastic.
Fireworks can be cool.
Yeah, really cool, but they don't take out elites, do they?
That's a good point.
Or wraiths. I don't know, that game... I finally finished that game after about 6 months of going back to it. Like, that's how I turn my Xbox One on now. I turn it on, I say Halo Spartan Assault 4 times because it doesn't pick my voice up properly. I launch that game, I play 2 missions, I throw my controller at the TV, have to buy another one. And, turn the Xbox off. So, it's bumming me out. We need to have a good game on that.
There are good games out.
There is, but I've got them on the PS4 because that's a better system at the minute.
Yeah, good point.
At the minute, let's not get into a massive argument about consoles.
In a year, maybe a year and a half, the Xbox One will be just as good as the PS4 once they patch in the shit they missed from the Xbox 360 that made it great.
Well, there's that new SDK update, isn't there, coming for developers?
Is that the one that they're adding DirectX 11 to?
I'm not sure. I haven't heard. But this is a one where they're removing the mandatory Kinect from the GPU. So theoretically, you'll get 10% more power, which is nice.
That's nice, but I like using my Kinect.
I know, that's the thing. Like, if they were... I don't know what that means. Maybe it's just, like, reducing the overhead of running Kinect. But if it means you can't use Kinect in games where they've taken up that 10%, then that's going to bum me out, because that's the only way I can navigate that shitty dashboard.
I know. My Kinect started to have problems where it can't hear me if I'm sat across the room.
Do you have an echoey room?
No, not at all. Hang on, let me try. I'm sat across my room. Xbox on. Oh, it turned on. Never mind.
I can hear it. Nice. There you go. I just wanted to spite you on this podcast.
Yeah.
But like, I've got the PS4 camera as well, and that picks up my voice a lot better, and my face, I find. Like, it signs me in. I don't need to do anything. By the time I'm sat down in my bed, I'm signed in.
Yeah.
And all the voice commands basically always flawlessly work. But there's less commands. Like, I can't just be in a game and say, go to store, or, like, I can't just search the web directly from it.
Yeah.
So it's a bit more limited.
I like to use my Kinect to navigate without having to use the dashboard. Like, I like watching YouTube on it, my Xbox, quite a lot, because it's a bigger screen, and it has the feature with paired devices, so I have, like, my laptop paired, so I can load up a video on my laptop, which is easy to navigate, because you've got the search bar on the mouse and stuff.
Yeah.
And I can access all my subscribed videos and stuff, and then I can just hit a button, and it just goes onto my Xbox One, and I can just turn around and watch it on there, which is really nice. But, like, if I want to play a game like Watch Dogs, for example, it's easy to just say, Xbox, go to Watch Dogs, and then it just loads up Watch Dogs.
The question is, why do you ever want to play Watch Dogs?
I enjoy it. Oh god, it just turned on Watch Dogs behind me. Xbox, turn off.
That's the, NSA wanting to know what you want so they can sell it to you. Here in the UK. But, yeah, I can't take Watch Dogs out of my disk drive, because if I do, then there's a risk I'll never put it in again. But, yeah, the moment I want to play Dynasty Warriors again, then there's no chance.
You need to finish Watch Dogs so we can talk about it.
I need to finish Assassin's Creed, because that's actually a good game.
No, it's not.
Can't be bothered. It's a fantastic game, Assassin's Creed 4.
Watch Dogs.
10th best game in the year.
You need to beat Watch Dogs so we can bitch about it, because there's a lot of stuff that I want to talk to you about it.
But, like, let's put it into perspective. I can't be asked finishing a game I paid £60 for, or £54, whatever, because I bought a disc copy in game for some foolish reason. But I can't be asked finishing that. So what does that say about the game up until this point? And I played, like, must have been more than 10 hours at this point.
You need to finish it.
Fucking sucks.
I want to talk about shit with you, because it gets really stupid.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, if I liked the story, if I liked the characters, I'd want to stay with it a lot longer, I think. Like, I don't know. Yeah. The gameplay's nothing special. The hacking is the only unique feature. And I don't think that's great. Like, pressing X sometimes and having to do weird, shitty spin the dial puzzles on other times. It's just not great. It's not fun.
Can I tell you about the ending, which doesn't have anything to do with the story, as far as I can tell. It's clearly a setup for Watch Dogs 2.
I think I've heard, is this the world connected by CTOS or something?
At the end they talk about CTOS 2.0 going to other cities, which clearly means, they're going to expand it. But no, the ending to the game, away from the story, is like the end of the game. You know, you have like you have like a final bit that finishes off the story you've been building up to. Then it rolls the credits, and then it's like, oh, remember Maurice, the guy you kidnapped at the beginning? Yeah, kill him or leave him alive.
That's the end.
And that is the official end.
Maurice is the... Oh, what the fuck?
And
didn't he escape or something and then he got captured again?
I don't even know, but that is the ending. You kill him or leave him alive. That is the ending to Watch Dogs.
Because that's like a metaphor to whether you're the vigilante or a criminal yourself.
Oh, I shot him in the face because I was like, I don't give a shit about this person.
Yeah. It bummed me out that you couldn't do that at the start, but I guess if it's that crucial to their storytelling.
Oh, so crucial that they bring it up at the beginning and then you forget about him until the end, where I didn't know who he was. So when it was like, kill Maurice or leave, I was like, who the hell is he?
Yeah, I don't know, like, it's all over the place. Like, the whole hacking is convenient when you want to use it. But then for a story thing, they'll make you, like, do these shitty puzzles, like, you've got 20 seconds. And it won't be hard puzzles, but they naturally take some time to work out which way you've got to spin things. And,
Yeah.
you know, there's an amount of time you have to spend looking at it, the first time anyway.
Yeah.
Before you know what to do, so that's always frustrating.
I wrote about Watch Dogs, and people should read that if I ever do publish it.
If the website's ever live.
Yeah, if we come up with a name. But yeah, I talked about the hacking. The only time it feels like it's implemented is during the missions. That's it.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, the part where I can hack a valve on the wall and it will burst steam at an enemy. Why can I do that? Why can I physically affect something that never has any electronics in it? Realistically.
Clearly, because everything is linked with the CTOS.
Yeah, clearly, you know, I'm running iOS 7 right now in my fucking boiler.
Not iOS 8, come on. Step it up.
It's only in beta. I don't want to run beta software on my valves, do I? Because if the valves burst, then people could die.
What happens if the enemy steal the valves?
What happens if the enemy steal the iOS 8? Right. No, we should probably carry on talking about Watch Dogs. But at some point, I want to talk about WWDC. There you go.
At some
happened
point,
a couple of days
I
ago.
want to talk about WWE and weird Japanese crap.
Free is a fantastic series. Yeah, Watch Dogs, like, there's no customization at all, really.
Yeah.
I can go and buy different weapons, but that's about the extent of it. I can buy cars, but they're all bullshit because they drive like shit and there's no need and you can't call on them in missions, so that's shit.
Yeah.
Like, if you need to chase somebody, which you frequently need to do because it's basically Assassin's Creed, then you're going to have to use whatever's by the sidewalk. Or whatever's strategically placed by them. So the occasional bike or Prius or something.
I don't like that I spent time when I was bored to go through every song in the game and remove them from my playlist if I didn't like them. So I have a collection of like 5 songs that I actually like. Most of them are blues songs because they're pretty good in this game.
Yeah,
I don't even like blues music. But
weird.
so I went through and got all these songs that I like, and then when I play a mission, I'm not allowed to listen to them.
Yeah, that is weird. And the fact that I keep having to have the same news announcement saying that the people of Chicago are in fear because the vigilante Aiden Pierce is on the loose, and
Yeah.
like, just stop. Don't show me the same video of a news feed that I can see in my face, apparently. Of like me wearing a coat I've never worn before.
Yeah.
A camera you've never seen because there's no camera people. There's only the odd car, van, or rather. But
I like it when they show me stood near a train, like underground, and I've never been to a train underground before.
is there underground trains?
I don't even know.
Do they work on 90-degree angles with rail and stuff? Like,
Oh, that's so
yeah,
stupid.
I hear that's fashionable in Chicago this time of year. But,
I found that as well in game. I went out and found it. It's awful.
I haven't seen it, but I'm not spending enough time investigating the world because I don't think it's very fun.
It's a very pretty looking game, and there's a lot of stuff. Ooh,
Yeah.
there's a lot of stuff in it. Like
Yeah, there
even
is.
just like back alleys and people's gardens and stuff. It's really detailed.
Yeah,
Which-
but like you brought up the music before, and I think one of the things you most praised about GTA 5 was how the soundtrack, both the original and the licensed music,
Yeah.
just fits the world so fantastically, and like I don't know, it builds its own personality based off the music. Like the 20, well not 20, what is it, 10 radio stations?
I think
Must be
so,
more
yeah.
than that.
No, I
Maybe
think there's like 16, 17 actually.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, there is only maybe 10 to 20 songs on each station, but and the playlist idea is good in Watch Dogs. But if I don't like the music you picked for it, and I don't think it's very thematic,
Yeah.
or I don't think it helps the world in any way, like I say, there's blues songs, and they're not bad songs, but I don't want to listen to that when I'm doing cybercrime in Chicago, you know?
Yeah. The only song I really remember from the game is that blues song, like Night in Chicago, I think it's called. I don't know the actual name of it.
I have no idea.
That's the only one I know, and it's only in my playlist because it has the word Chicago in it, and I'm like, okay, that would fit in this game.
The first thing I do every time I get in a car, because that's realistically the only time I hear the music, is turn my music off. It's guaranteed to suck. Like, there's a lot of weird rock bands which I feel are probably like maybe popular for someone. I don't know. I don't know. I want to listen to Wham. I want to listen to like the Doobie Brothers or something. I don't know. Something with personality.
I want to listen to Vocaloid. I want to be able to import my custom music.
Yeah, like they straight up need to have Spotify in these open worlds. Like,
Well, Spotify is coming to the Xbox One.
yeah, but will they give me, useful controls to stop in-game sound? Like, I don't want to stop all in-game sound. I want to stop their shitty music, and I don't want to just stop it in the open world games. I want to stop it in every game. You know?
One of the developers of the new Windows 8 phone or whatever it is, he was like, somebody asked him about Spotify, and he was talking about the app and stuff, and someone was like, oh, that would be great on the Xbox One, and he was like, oh yeah, we've been trying it out. And then people were asking him stuff, and he was like, yeah, you can just turn off all in-game music and just have your own music playing over with Spotify and stuff like that, which sounds awesome.
That would be awesome. But
It
would be awesome. Especially games for like Watch Dogs where I don't care for any of the music.
I can have my Hatsune Miku blaring as I drive through Chicago.
Is there even Hatsune Miku on Spotify? I guess you can upload
I hope
games.
so.
There is, actually. I've tried listening to some. It's
Pretty
not
good.
Fantastic. Not fantastic.
I've got a playlist, you should listen to it.
Yeah. I'll have to, because I want to get deep into this Vocaloid. But, if you're new to this scene, you don't know where to look.
New to this scene, you only just started watching anime like a few months ago, and now you're watching Free. I think you've gone off the deep end.
I watched an episode this morning, because I thought, right, so there's only 12 episodes in Free.
Yeah.
It's a fantastic anime series.
Well, maybe you should describe it to people.
So, it's a swimming club at a school that I'm not going to butcher the name trying to pronounce. But, yeah, I think it's difficult because it's all subtitled. And at the time I started watching it, my mind was on other shit. So I've kind of only got bits of the story from the first 4 episodes, but it's like these 4 guys, one of which seems to like need to live in water, like he wears swimming trunks at all times. So whenever near a pool or the ocean or anything you can swim in, like at one point they're in a store buying new Speedos, which is a really saucy episode, I guess. And he just starts taking his clothes off in the middle of the store and has to jump in a fish tank. Weird. It's weird, but yeah, it's a lot of dudes taking their shirts off and getting wet.
Oh.
The music is fantastic. Like, it's weird. Like, there's all different types, but I don't know. I'm worth listening to the outro of that series. It's really good music. It's weird.
Oh,
Fantastic.
God. I'm never gonna watch it.
The intro is pretty good. You don't need to. Just listen to the music.
I'll
Like
try.
Taste of Satisfaction. I think that's one of the songs. One of them was called Splash. I know I definitely like those 2 songs. It's really good music. It is. There's a lot of cosplay of them as well. Believe me, I've been searching for it.
Researching it.
Researching.
Yeah.
Researching. You've been watching some anime not too long ago?
I watched Attack on Titan because I heard a lot of things about it and I enjoyed it. Then I went through and read the manga, and I'm up to date except for the last chapter, which I still need to read. But we've been so busy with exams and stuff, I never got a chance to do it.
Oh, yeah, it is all over the internet right now. It is the new hots.
I think it beat One Piece for like best-selling manga for a month or a month or a week, which is like the first time in like 10 years it's done that. Which is pretty insane considering how popular One Piece is.
But it's insane because it looks like ass visually.
It's
Visually,
really
I
good.
just do not like it.
Because there's no pointed faces.
No, I meant One Piece, but
Oh.
I also think Attack on Titan looks like shit too. But go on.
So yeah, I need to read that, and I've just started to reread Ouran now. I think I'm up to the 4th chapter. And
Or High School Host Club.
Ouran High School Host Club, yes. Best anime ever.
I don't want to commit, but it is pretty good.
Oh, you need to read the manga for it. It's so good.
But then I have to buy the manga, and I've seen it. You can buy the box set for like £80.
You should do that. It will be worth the £80.
It's bright pink. It's hot pink art, cover art, and it's like...
I'm not gonna lie.
On my shelf.
In my bookshelf, I have all of my volumes of Ouran next to my Yu-Gi-Oh cards, next to my DS games.
Well, so, you should probably just burn that shelf down because half of the shit is awful. Keep the Yu-Gi-Oh cards though. Keep them. The Shadow Realm, but
I think if you recall, I banished you to the Shadow Realm after I summoned Exodia.
That happened once. Once.
It only takes one time, and you're in the Shadow Realm forever.
Anyway, you don't even have the real cards. That was a simulation of the Shadow Realm.
I don't need the real cards.
I have the real cards. I had a delivery this morning off a parcel which had many Yu-Gi-Oh cards in it. Because it came that time of the week where I have to order Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
Yeah, everybody has that time, and they're like, I need to own 2 more Blue Eyes.
Actually, no, today was Galaxy Dragon. Which, yeah, it's fantastic. But I think it was 2 weeks ago, maybe 3, the Primal Origin booster launched, in Europe at least.
Yeah.
And I have no idea what was in that. I bought a few boosters, I can't remember. I think it was a lot of Photon monsters, which is the one of the new archetypes.
Yeah.
Like Galaxy Eyes Photon Dragon, which is a way cooler version of Blue Eyes.
Blue Eyes is the best, though.
I think I've got a gold version of Galaxy Eyes. It's from, I think I got accidentally in a gold premium pack because they launched a few months ago.
Yeah.
The 2014 ones, anyway. And yeah, I've got like 18 decks sitting there built of various types.
You never get to.
Yep, well, that's going to change. We're going to have Mad Dueling Tournament. We should try to film that, but I don't have good cameras. We need to nick a fairly decent camera.
Tape your iPhone to the roof, hit the cords.
Yeah, sure. And then when Siri goes off or something, then we're screwed because I can't get to the phone to turn it off. There's just Siri talking into the roof.
Is it going to be like in Chester when we're just sat there dueling at like 1 a.m.?
Yeah. Having been smashed sobering up playing Yu-Gi-Oh! In a hotel room with half the rooms trashed because certain people can't keep their clothes in a neat orderly pile. Certain people can't get up before 12 in the afternoon. We need to repeat that again.
I would love to do another Chester trip.
Yeah. That was late last year, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, Watch Dogs sucks. I think we've got that much done.
Hang on, while we're on the talk of, Yu-Gi-Oh! And Japanese things, I found a series of videos which are amazing, and you should watch them. It's 3 Japanese guys in LA,
sounds hot.
And they set themselves a challenge where they starve themselves for 12 hours, and then they drive to 10 different burger joints in LA.
Yeah.
What they do is they create a roulette wheel on their tire of the 3, and whichever one it lands on, they have to go in, order the most popular menu, or like burger or whatever, and then eat it. But none of them speak English. So they're just driving around, and it's amazing. They just go in and they start speaking broken English, and they record it with some I don't know, something like their phone in their pocket or something, so you can hear them talking to the people. It's so good.
We should. I'm still recovering from that fucking pizza the other day. We need to go to America and experience real food. Like, the terrible takeaway. Like, when we were in Chester, which is casting it back a little bit, there was like the 9 a.m. breakfast baguettes or whatever in the subway.
Yeah, that was amazing.
Might have been the worst. Someone got me black coffee and then this sausage and egg baguette with cheese on it.
That's just it. You complain about nice food. You have a pizza once a month, and then you complain about it, seeing that you're dying.
I'm still kind of ill after that super veg mix. 720 pizza or whatever I had the other day. It was hella good, though. It was a good pizza.
Was it a 420 pizza?
It was a 420 Blaze It sweet corn.
You got that herb on your
Crust. No, we shouldn't joke. Half of my estate is on weed. We shouldn't joke at all. I can see the deck chairs from when my neighbours were sitting out on the lawn smoking spliffs just the other day. Until this morning, there was Foster's cans on the lawn. We shouldn't joke about this. It's like a Watch Dogs neighbourhood. It's like Iraq, no, not Iraq. No.
What?
Wait.
What?
That guy in Watch Dogs. Was he the head of the Viceroys or something, or have I got the wrong?
Oh, Iraq. Yeah, I know who you mean.
Iraq, I think. Yeah, I don't know. I quite enjoyed the whole story arc with Bedbug, like aka Tyrone. I don't know if I finished it, but I got to the part where there was a window open onto a road and a phone call was happening. Does that tell you anything?
No.
No, because that's like every other scene. I've now had to track down some dude for encryption. Put it that way.
Ron Kenny. Yeah, I know where you are then.
Ron Kenny. Yeah, I don't know. I've also just bought the ACR rifle, so now I can kill anybody in 2 bullets on normal. So that's fine. Not that it's hard to kill people in that game, it's just easy to die yourself.
I think I told you about what my favourite thing to do in Watch Dogs is now. Like, I bought the ACR after you said how good it was. What I like to do is I like to walk around, find Bloom employees, because when you hack them, they set a bounty on you. Right. So it's more likely for other players to join your game and try and hack you.
Yeah.
So I purposely hack these Bloom employees, and then I go to a weird part of the map where there's no NPCs anywhere, and I just stand there and wait for people to come and hack me. There's nowhere they can blend in, like no bits of cover, no, like the one guy like sat in a boat out in the ocean, and it was like the only boat in sight, so I was just able to pick up a sniper rifle and kill him before he could even start hacking me. And you just annoy so many people doing that, it's amazing. Yeah,
it's like when they follow you in Lamborghinis, though, and it's like, yeah, there's never going to be a Lamborghini running down this ghetto-ass lane or something. Like, it's just not going to be there, and they're driving erratically, and they're hitting pedestrians. It's like, do you think you would just not... I would not be seen?
Yeah.
But that is maybe the coolest thing about Watch Dogs, is the online invasions, the hacking, or whatever.
I thought it was seamless until I realized that if you pause and you can still see things moving in the background, it means somebody's in your game. So before, I had no idea that anybody was in my game. But if it's been like 10 minutes and nothing's happened, I find myself like pausing the game just to see if things are moving in the background, just so I can tell if somebody's joined my game.
Yeah, I didn't even know that, but I thought it was always kind of obvious, I guess. I don't know. There's normally a weird pop-up, isn't there? Or
it's only when they start the hack, so they can be in your game for like 5 minutes before then.
Well, that's weird. That's like voyeuristic, isn't it?
It is. That's why I think I told you when I was going to the stadium to go play some. What was it? I can't remember what it's called now. The cash machines.
Thrash ball?
No, I was going to go play on the cash machines, and just like randomly I started getting hacked on the way there, and so some guy hid inside a garage.
Yeah, you did say. And so it is really cool when you get somebody who's like actually hiding.
Yeah, it's so annoying. Like nobody successfully hacked me yet. He was the closest. But yeah, it's pretty awesome. But then you get idiots who are just like, driving a truck down an alleyway.
Yeah, I don't know. Like sometimes I've never had anyone on a roof or anything. They've always been street level, which has made it a bit easier for me to find them because like you just spin around in a circle with a profiler.
Yeah.
And the person who runs away the moment you take off your phone is probably that person. But I've definitely had some good ones.
It's really tense. Like I've like hid inside what's it called? Bus stops before, like next to people, and I hack the cameras near me so I can watch him run around. Then when he gets close, you get out the camera and you're prepared to run.
I think you can hide in cars as well.
Yeah, I've done that before. I pulled up, started hacking him, hid in the car inside a parking lot, like next to a bunch of other cars, and he was there running on top of my car and getting in cars next to me and driving around. It was really weird. It is. It's definitely fun. Like I don't hate Watch Dogs. I'm not even disappointed by it because I didn't think it looked fantastic to begin with. It's just, I don't know. It feels soulless is the best way I can describe it. Like, it's fine. It's my definition of a 6 out of 10 or something, I guess.
Yeah. It's just fine. I don't know. I wouldn't recommend it to anybody ever, but
People should
it's alright.
read what I wrote about Watch Dogs because I
You
think
did write like an essay, didn't you?
I said that the game is pretty, but it has no soul, which I think sums it up.
I think I was in a big bold quote mark somewhere. I remember reading. But yeah, I don't know. That game, it's fine. It's like Assassin's Creed 3, I guess, which I didn't even play because it's Assassin's Creed 3, but that's what I think that game was, you know? Like,
Yeah,
fine, should be cool premise, I guess. Although I don't think Colonial America is particularly cool.
you get to play as half Native American, half American, no, half Native American, half British kid running around a forest hunting rabbits.
Oh yeah, there's Native American called Connor,
Radun
Oh.
Hagadan, actually.
aka Connor because they're racist fucks.
Yeah, more or less.
Pretty much. Go on, try to deny it. I don't know.
He calls him Connor because he says that he kind of looks a little bit Spanish, and if they knew he was a Native American, then they would like kidnap him and put him in slavery. That's why they call him Connor.
Yeah, do they cover slavery much in that period?
Yeah, quite a lot actually.
Because there's like plantations and stuff in Assassin's Creed 4,
Mm,
and I haven't played that Ardwale DLC. You know, the standalone one where you play as the
yeah,
I can't remember what his name is. The first mate of the Jackdaw.
yeah, I know what you mean.
But I
But
should have played
that's
that.
that's slavery against black people in Assassin's Creed 3. It's Native Americans.
Yeah, no Americans. But yeah, it's cool. I mean, I don't know. The Assassin's Creed 4 is great. 3 is probably not bad anymore if you're only paying a tenner for it.
Yeah,
$5 or whatever. It's probably worth it. But I couldn't even finish Revelations. That was the first game I bought on the PS3 because I bought the PS3 super late.
yeah.
And that was the first game I played, and it made me want to kill myself.
Really?
I think I just got past that awful chase the cart round, you know, when you're hanging from a rope or whatever.
Yeah.
So like half an hour into the game, and I put it down. I got into Byzantium, and I was like, these characters are awful. I don't give a shit. The city looks the same.
It's Byzantine.
Byzantium, come on. It doesn't matter. There's like 18 different names. The Ottomans, they're there.
Yeah. You gotta play as old man Ezio though and finish his story.
Yeah, I don't know. I loved Brotherhood. Loved 2. I really liked 1, actually, at the time it came out. I realised it's a bit limited, but
Yeah.
it was a good game. Hell of a game at the time. Looked pretty. It was just, you had like 3 mission types.
Yeah.
Dropping and the tailing, which unfortunately they still have in all these Ubisoft games.
Yeah. Ubisoft
still
don't have to make anything else.
It just bums me out that like Watch Dogs feels so much like Assassin's Creed mixed with like Splinter Cell or something.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I played Blacklist, was the last Splinter Cell game, and that was more fun, I think, than most Splinter Cells.
Really?
You had like different paths. You straight up had like a skill tree, which was like destruction. I think it was like Panther was stealth, maybe, or Panther was stealth to kill people. It was like 3 types. There was super stealth. There was stealth with guns.
Super stealth. Wow.
Super stealth. Like one where you'd only use tranquilizing darts and shit.
Yeah.
And then I think Panther was the one where you use silenced weapons, but you kill people. And then there was one which was just like destruction or something. I don't know. It was cool. That game's cool. Probably also really cheap. Don't buy it on the PC because then you have to use Uplay, which no man should have to be used. I don't know.
Yeah.
I didn't know that was on the Xbox One. I mean, I don't think there's a PlayStation 4 app, or if there is, I haven't seen it advertised.
Oh, it's awful.
Yeah, it's they need to bring Origin to the Xbox One, then maybe I'll play on it. It's fantastic.
So now, you know what is fantastic? WWE, and they just had WWE
Go on, man.
Payback last Sunday, which is awesome.
Was that the one where the dude got his back ripped up? Because I saw pictures on Twitter of like some dude with insanely bruised and battered back.
Yeah, basically there's a feud going on between the Authority, which is Triple H, Randy Orton, and Batista, and they used to be Evolution, years ago, and they've reformed to take down the Shield, which is 3 new guys who like fight for justice and all this stuff.
Oh, Jesus.
And so the Shield beat Evolution at Payback, but then the night after at Monday Night Raw, Batista quit because he's going to go promote his new movie, Guardians of the Galaxy or whatever it is.
Oh shit, is he in that?
Yeah,
The furry film.
yeah, he's that big muscly guy. like Dorax or something like that.
Sure, I
Yeah,
don't know.
he left. So then, like, at the end of the show, Randy Orton and Triple H were out on the ramp while the Shield were in the ring, and they were like, "We've always got Plan B." Then one of the Shield guys pulled out a chair and hits the other two over the back, and now shit is going down. It's awesome. It's so good.
We need to get WWE Network over here because I'm not interested in sketchy streams on the awful parts of the internet to watch it here in the UK. I'm also not interested in paying for Sky Sports to watch it
Yeah.
because fuck sports. But I want to get deep in there. I want to know the storylines as they happen. I want to see that.
There's quite a lot going on, actually. There's some racist character who's from Bulgaria, but they kind of want to make him Russian, and so they keep saying that he's Russian, and they have a woman come out and talk about how he now lives in Russia, and how Vladimir Putin is like his idol and stuff like that.
Oh,
and then
God.
he comes out and just beats up black people.
Oh Jesus!
That's it.
You know, that is a I don't know. That's a villain if ever you've seen one on TV.
It's pretty good.
It's I don't know. I only see it through the eyes of Twitter and the occasional podcast I listen to, but
You need to start watching more WWE.
And they need to make it available over here for legal means of viewing.
I guess.
Cheap means of viewing. Like
Granted, you have to stay up at from 1 till 4 a.m. just to watch Monday Night Raw as it happens, which isn't great.
I don't know. I'm interested in watching that every week.
Yeah.
Go in for the pay-per-views. There's 12 pay-per-views a year, is it?
Yeah. The next one is at the end of this month, Money in the Bank, which is basically 8 or 10 guys climbing a ladder.
Yeah, I was going to say it's the briefcase.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to watch that.
Oh, I need to see it. Because, that WWE Network app, I guess, service is the word I'm looking for.
Yeah.
It does seem to be going down well in the US, at least. People have been talking good things about it. And they keep adding loads to the archives. So, 90s wrestling. The stuff I remember watching as a kid, but I don't entirely know what happened in it.
Yeah. It's great. It just needs to come out in the rest of the world.
Yeah, it does. Which,
from the dirt sheets I've read, they do plan to have it the rest of the world at the end of this year.
That's good because, there's not enough things at the end of this year that I have to do on my consoles.
Yeah.
I play the 18,000 games releasing in October.
I want to get deep into WWE, so I want to get the network now so I can watch it, not in, 5-6 months when I'll be out of it, and it'll come out and I'll be like, oh, I don't care anymore.
Oh, you'll be back into it. Because that'll be around the time the WWE 2K game launches, and that'll be it.
Oh, I kind of want to buy 2K14.
When does it launch? Did I hear it was delayed, or am I making that up?
2K15 comes out October 31st, the worldwide.
Great, that's another October game I have no time to play.
Yep.
I don't know the months because I'm a retard. Is October before or after September?
After.
After, right, well... Yeah, maybe that's not bad then. I mean, September 9th is Destiny, I believe. In Europe, at least. Which is, if that game's as big and as good as people say, then it should be more than a month worth of game time.
You've got a month and 2 weeks until WWE comes out.
But then in October you also have... I could have the wrong month, but I'm pretty sure that's the Shadow of Mordor game. That's the Drive Club.
Not interested.
Well, it's free, but some portion of that game is free for PS Plus members.
Some portion you get a steering wheel.
But, I don't play racing games. I play one every 4 years, so for them to give me, 10 cars and 10 tracks or something, that's pretty much all I need for what's basically free. But,
Oh, speaking of driving games, did you see that Forza Horizon 2 got frame rate and resolution confirmed?
What was it?
1080p 30 FPS.
On which console? It's coming out cross-gen. It's really weird. They announced that on 360 as well.
I think it's Xbone 1080p 30 FPS.
Yeah. I never played Horizon 1, but I've heard people say it was terrible. I've heard people say it was good. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. But the last Forza game I played was 3, I think. I traded that for the Wolfenstein 2009 game with Patrick. That's how I got that game. Because I couldn't be asked finishing Wolfenstein because it was a steaming pile of turd. Oh, it was bad. You went in Veil time or something where everybody was green, and it was weird. Weird. Don't play that game.
I wasn't planning to.
Even if they give it away free on Games for Gold, don't play that game. It's potentially the worst Activision shooter. That was Raven, actually, I think, before they got merged into Infinity Ward.
Rest in peace, Raven.
I don't know. I'm cautiously optimistic for this year's Call of Duty.
It's gonna be so good. Metal Gear, the Call of Duty game.
Metal Gear, the Call of Duty game with no story and very little cutscenes and.
I just
no
want somebody to shout "brother." That'll be perfect.
I want them to say nanomachines, son, but that's never going to happen.
Liquid.
Liquid. No.
Who's Liquid Snake? Tell me.
The evil brother of Solid Snake.
Yes, and who do they come from?
Snake.
Who is?
Big Boss.
Yes, and who is Big Boss trained by?
The Boss.
Yes, and what did the boss do?
She was in a lot of Rule 34 pictures I stumbled across the other day.
Nobody sexualizes the boss. Come on.
Oh no, definitely. She was, yeah.
Were you viewing that content like you view Korra content?
Well, you can't not view Korra content if you have an Ethernet cable, apparently. I just stumble on Twitter and see mad airbender porn. I should watch that. I hear that's a good anime. I don't know.
Oh no.
It's good. They haven't got pointy faces, so I don't know that I'm interested.
It's a Western anime.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I like that Attack on Titan bullshit you watch.
At least that's Eastern.
Yeah, I don't know. If it didn't look like trash, the English dubs didn't sound awful in the trailer I watched, and it wasn't all in sepia, then maybe I would watch it. Maybe I would watch it. I don't know.
You need to watch it.
The Titans look repulsive, which is effective. I know that's what they're meant to do. I still don't want to watch it. It just doesn't seem interesting. Weird German names and anime. Nah.
But it's set in Germany. It makes sense for them to have German names.
Set in Germany in that huge city with all the walls you've never seen before in your life.
That's because it's an alternate. It's a fucking anime.
Nah, it's too much coincidences. It's ironic that no, I'm not gonna watch it. Deal with it. There needs to be more mech suits. There needs to be more pointy faces.
You think that's weird, yet you watched an anime about Japanese people being enslaved by the British, and some guy with magic powers and weird eyes that can control people and kill them.
You need to watch Code. No, you don't need to. Nobody needs to watch Code Geass. It'll just be mine. I'll think about it myself. I don't want to discuss it. It was really emotional. I still need to go and watch those OVAs, but I don't think they're in English dubs yet. I'm not even sure they're all out in Japan yet.
Aren't they?
That series, Akito the Exiled, I believe. And some of them were out over there, and there was a subtitled version. Some of them weren't out. But the animation does look a lot better in them as well.
Really?
There's weird, spider mechs. Oh, no, not spider mechs. I think there was one that was like a horse that had 4 legs or something. The Nightmare Frames. I don't know. I'm not going to watch Attack on Titan. Fuck that show. But, yeah, I'm sorry. You know my feelings on it.
I think I'm going to leave now.
I guess.
Have fun on your own.
Single stream, I'll just boot up Halo and start talking deep about the lore. Oh, that right. All right. When are we going to hit E3 talk?
I thought you wanted to talk about WWDC.
Yeah, I do. That was good remembered. That was like they showed off Yosemite, the new version of
Mac OS.
Yep. Because now they've moved on to landmark names from California rather than animals, which is fine. But it took me a while before I worked out how to pronounce Yosemite, because I thought it was Yosemite, and then I realized I was being a dick.
Yeah.
Some cool features. They're basically redoing all the cloud features, the iCloud, because that was a bit of a mess before.
Yeah.
Like, you could use it, and it would sync things, but you didn't entirely know how many versions of things you had, and it was a bit of a mess. But now you straight up got Dropbox style, like, here's your window, one file, one version of everything, no weird stratified versions of edited images or anything.
I've seen the features of the new Mac OS and the new stuff about, was it iOS 8?
Yes, I was.
The Mac stuff looks like Windows 8 with the new design, just like straight lines and transparent shit.
Do you mean the Dropbox things? Because the UI itself, like the toolbars and shit, haven't changed at all, really. It's
Really?
just like they've changed the features. Like now, like I said, you've got these cloud things now that actually work.
Yeah, but they've got stuff like you can search the web, which Windows 8 had.
Yeah, you can.
Stuff like that. And even then, most or a lot of the iOS 8 features and stuff they're adding have been in Android for like the past 2 years.
Oh yeah, the widgets.
Yeah, the
Well, that was
widget.
always the biggest point of contention, wasn't it? It was that you couldn't customize your notifications and your widgets and stuff on the iOS.
But you still can't. You can add widgets to your home screen, and that's about it. You can't.
No, your control panel. It's not the home screen. It's
Really?
pull down on top of anything.
That's,
But it's weird because like the OS works in that like all your data is kept separate from the data of each app.
yeah,
And that's kept separate from the OS. And it's like it's all really everything's in what they describe as a sandbox, and it remains in that sandbox. But yeah, like I don't use iOS for the things that most people use the Androids for. I guess like all I use it for is Twitter,
yeah,
maybe Facebook messages, and text. iMessage, texting, whatever.
yeah,
That's like all I tend to use it for. So to me, I don't need any of that functionality. I just choose to use an iPhone because I like the way Apple do things.
yeah.
The user interface. I like the way everything just fucking works at any given time. But yeah, like I don't know, the widgets could be cool. Like it's a lot of like WDC is a developers conference, and it was very much for developers. Like half of that press conference was about the new changes to the SDK and the different tools and stuff.
Yeah.
So I guess that's in the hands of developers, isn't it? Like what they choose to do with that.
Mm-hmm.
But it's the idea that data can be shared between apps. Like they were showing Craig Federighi, I think his name was. Cool
Sure.
dude with the white hair.
Yeah, sure.
I think he was. Yeah, I don't know. It sounds about right. He was demoing, I believe, Safari, and he had like weird Bing Translate widgets in there, and he was like browsing and throwing pictures from one app into his Pinterest widget and stuff, and posting straight that way, rather than having to either go on a desktop and save a copy of an image and upload it again.
Yeah.
It was just like like literally pressing pin it or whatever from his Safari browser, and that was super cool. Like, it's all basic shit, I guess. Like you say, Android have been doing it, but
Yeah. Go
on.
I just realised that Konami are currently streaming right now before E3, and they're doing announcements about all their new games like Pez and Metal Gear, and I think they're going to confirm the Metal Gear movie on it.
Maybe you should. Is there like a text blog you can follow? See, if we'd thought this, we could have done a commentary over that press conference and had nothing to talk about for half the games because we don't play them.
I saw that Pez 15's only coming for the PlayStation 4, as far as I'm aware.
Soccer.
Pro Evolution Soccer, yeah.
I liked Pez.
I did as well. I'm annoyed
Played
it's
a lot of that on the
PS4.
Well, that's another reason why you should buy a PS4 then.
Pez
It's not
Destiny.
PS3 and PS4 because that's weird.
Is it?
Like, I don't know. It would seem weird that they would release for the PS3 being a Japanese company.
I know. The thing I saw was on the Xbone subreddit, and somebody made a list of all of the games coming out for both consoles, both digital, retail, and exclusive and stuff, and I just saw Pez in there.
All right. I don't know. Like, that's the problem with the Xbox One. I don't want to buy games for it that are third party, because for the most part they will look better and potentially play better on the PS4, which I prefer to use. And there's not been any first-party games I've wanted to play, or that have been released. So.
I guess, but the first-party games like Max, The Curse of Brotherhood, and Halo Spartan Assault all have that horrible store built in, because they're both Microsoft games, and I don't want to see adverts about shit on my games. Yeah,
you can straight up press Y on the home screen of Spartan Assault and see a big fat Power Star Golf advert. And like, this is why I don't know. Maybe at some point they should release free games that maybe have game adverts in or something. I don't know. Maybe be some weird free-to-play model. But I feel bad about paying for Xbox Live Gold, buying a £400 or $430 console or whatever, which is considerably more expensive in pounds than it is in dollars. But and then buying this game, like granted, Spartan Assault's only £15, but I shouldn't have even paid that because it's a steaming pile of shit. But then seeing adverts on it, it's like, come on.
It was £7 before it went free for this month.
It was $7, was it? Well, it would have been about $15 then, wouldn't it?
Yep.
It was, yeah, I bought that on. I think it was. I want to say it was Christmas Eve that released. And I was so excited just because it was Halo, and it was the only Halo thing coming out that year.
Yeah.
And it broke my heart, big style. If that Halo Chief Master Collection or whatever, Master Chief Collection, whatever it's called,
Yeah.
if that comes out and I get to play all those 4 Halo games in potentially 1080p, 30 I guess it would be, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Then that could be amazing.
720p. No, 790p for the FPS.
792p.
Oh.
29.97 frames per second.
Yeah.
Whatever, it's fine. I don't care that much. You know. But
Yeah.
if an 1080p version on the PS4 and a 720p version on the Xbox One, which am I going to buy?
Xbox One, because you can use your Kinect functionality to control the game with your voice.
Oh,
Using the Xbox One, the all-in-one entertainment system from Microsoft.
now without Kinect. Fantastic.
Free
Did you ask for
CPM,
it?
free CPM.
Right, aside from Battlefield, where you can lean using the Kinect camera, have you actually used your Kinect in a game at all? Clearly a
Maybe.
tough question. Maybe. Like, you know, for non-operating system functionality.
No, because no other games use it that well. What other games have I played? Trials, which doesn't have any voice commands at all.
Trials is a hell of a game.
Metal Gear doesn't have any. Titanfall doesn't have any.
They're all good games. They all don't use Kinect.
Yeah, only
What-
Battlefield uses it because I guess DICE are a big developer and they had that deal with Microsoft where they were like, give us more money and we'll put out DLC for you. And I guess Microsoft were like, yeah, use our Kinect, please.
Imagine if all those engineers, and I know this isn't how game development works, I'm just being the internet for a minute. Imagine if all those engineers had put all that time they spent on Kinect into developing netcode.
They just did a netcode update where they reduced the lag by 60%.
I never had a problem with lag. That game run fantastic
Neither did I.
for me 90% of the time.
It's only PC as far as I'm aware. I mean, I've had a few issues on the Xbone where I've been like shot around the corner, where I thought, where obviously, you know, they shot me before I was around the corner, but I died when I was behind it. But I always thought that was just my internet because my internet's not great, to be fair.
Yeah, even, you know, your amazing Fritzbox.
My Fritzbox is amazing.
But, I can't talk. I'm running on a Netgear piece of DGN shit or something. I don't know. But, yeah,
Surely-
Battlefield 4 might be my favorite Battlefield game.
It's pretty good.
I know people say it launched broken, and I don't doubt that people had problems with it. But I had very few, and it plays a lot better than Battlefield 3 ever did. And that, like, 12 frames a second or whatever it ran at.
Yeah,
Like, the game is fun. I don't know, I enjoy it.
it's a lot of fun.
I'm looking forward to Battlefield Hardline.
I enjoy my Chinese gold farmer that levels me up in Battlefield.
Oh, yeah.
And guns and stuff.
Yeah. It's I think I'm still like level 10 and I played probably as much as you have in that game. Except for the time with Dean, obviously.
Yeah.
But that game's good. That game's fun.
Yes. Do you want,
Yeah,
since we're talking about EA, do we want to move on to our E3 predictions?
I don't know that I want to call them predictions because I haven't trolled the NeoGAF threads for leaks recently.
The gaff.
The gaff. I haven't trolled the gaff recently. And I don't know. I don't want to say predictions because I could just spend 2 minutes now and find like 8 different things that have been rumored.
Yeah.
But the things I want to see, I guess, I do want to see that Halo Master Collection from Microsoft. I'd be happy to see that. I know people were bummed out that Halo 5 is next year, but it was never going to be this year. Like, I know they said Master Chief's journey will begin this year, but they were never going to release a Halo game in 2 years after the last one, especially not with the beating they took, at least on the internet, from people who played 4.
Yeah.
You know, the Waypoint forums they're a minefield of depression and hate, you know.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the internet compressed into, you know, a few threads, I guess. It's not a good place.
Yeah.
Not a good place.
I spend a lot of time in a hate-filled place to get my news from, so I'm used to it.
Oh, it's got nothing on the BioWare social network, though. Which, post Mass Effect 3, in those 6 months following that game release, holy shit. It's enough to commit metaphorical suicide over.
commit Sudoku.
So what else is coming from Microsoft? Let's start off with them, because they'll have the first conference.
They're showing Sunset Overdrive, Forza Horizon 2, and that Quantum Break game. They're finally showing gameplay for that.
Oh yeah, from the people who made Alan Wake.
Yeah, I reckon they'll open up by talking about all the changes they've made since the launch that people were annoyed about. Then they'll open up with entertainment and TV and all the new apps they're adding.
All 200 of them or whatever.
Then I guess Phil Spencer will be up on stage and he'll be like, "Enough about that. Let's talk about games."
Like, I don't like that man, but he's been talking a lot of wad about games recently. You know.
Yeah.
He needs to be up on games, and that's exactly what I want.
I reckon they'll show off, like Sunset Overdrive and games like that. They'll talk about Halo for a bit, maybe announce the Master Chief Bundle Collection Ultimate
I can't remember
Supreme.
what it's called. Yeah.
Yeah. And I think to end this, what they're going to do is they're just going to have like a black screen, a number 4 appears, and some dust flies onto the screen.
You mean a number 5?
No, a number 4, and people will go, "It's Gears of War 4." And
I thought you meant Halo 5.
other people will be like, "No, it's Mass Effect 4."
Like, there's rumors about Mass Effect exclusivity to the Xbox One.
Yep.
Seems utter bullshit. Why would EA do that? Like,
EA like money. Microsoft wants to sell more consoles.
Yeah, but
it's the same reason
Microsoft can't make up like the potential of like 7. Well, not that it's going to sell 7 million on the PS4, but PS4 has such a larger user base.
I guess,
you have to pay EA a lot of co-marketing money before they would make Mass Effect an exclusive title again.
Look what they did with Titanfall.
That was different, though. That wasn't an EA game. That was an EA Partners game, and they already only wanted to develop on one console because there's only 75 people there.
Yeah.
Fucking what the name? Respawn.
Respawn.
But like they were working on that, I guess, for like a lot of years, maybe 4 or something. I think it was 6 since the whole lawsuit when they left. That might have been 2008, 2009 or something. It was a long life cycle on Titanfall. But that game was fantastic as well. Probably not a reason to get an Xbox One.
I bought an Xbox One for it.
I think that game's fantastic. I don't know why you didn't take to it the way I did, but
I have fun with it. I just can't bring myself to turn it on and play it.
I played maybe 80 something out. No, I played exactly like 84 hours, I think, of that in launch week. It was insane. My arm was killing. I had dead hands. I broke 2 Xbox controllers, and I played most of that time on the PC. Sorry,
on the PS4. Wow.
On the PS4, yeah. Ironically, I was playing Titanfall the other day with my DualShock 4, and it was fantastic.
Are you like some major hacker?
Yeah, it was a lot of work actually to get the PS4 controller working on the PC right, and I kept locking up my computer. It wasn't blue screening, but it was just becoming non-responsive, and you couldn't do anything. You couldn't hit Task Manager.
Yeah.
It was basically just crashing every time I tried to use it. But
I had that when I was installing the Xbox One controller drivers, my computer blue screens.
So you have an Xbox 360 controller. Why would you use an Xbox One controller?
It's a wireless, not a wired controller.
Fair point.
I don't want to go out and buy the adapter or the connector or whatever, so I just downloaded these dodgy drivers online. Now I can play Pokemon with an Xbox One controller, and it's great.
Awesome. Well, it's okay, because when Nintendo announced this year at Nintendo Direct that they're going third party and getting out of the hardware business, which is obviously going to happen.
No, it's not.
Sense the sarcasm. Then you'll be able to play Sonic and Mario on your Xbox One.
Great. My Sonic OC is going to be so happy that I can play Sonic on the Xbox One.
I was bummed out that apparently Sonic Boom is terrible. You know, because E3 Judges Week happened a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah.
A lot of people were talking about the games they saw, which is in itself bad because that means there's going to be less announced at E3, but, you know, whatever.
Yeah.
That shouldn't be a surprise, I guess, but yeah, apparently Sonic Boom sucks.
Of course it is, it's a Sonic game.
I really wanted it to be good. I wanted to buy a Wii U.
No. I may steal the Wii, because, you know, my little brothers have a Wii, and then they have a Wii U now, and so I kind of want to steal their Wii, put it up in my room, so I can play my old GameCube games.
I guess I was going to say, why would you play that? You don't want to play fucking Wii Sports Resort.
Do you know, I want to exercise, I want to play
Pikmin 24. There's only 3 of them, so I shouldn't make that joke, but
yeah.
Yeah, fucking Nintendo games. This is why I feel weird that we have a Nintendo category on the site when you're the only one who plays any Nintendo games, and you only play Animal Crossing and Pokemon.
They are two great games.
They are great games. Well, one of them is a great game. One of them is questionable.
Yeah, I know Pokemon's a bit iffy, isn't it?
Yeah. I don't know how they made it all these years, but...
No, both of them are amazing. You should play Animal Crossing. You should buy a 2DS.
That's the thing, like, I don't want to pay for it. Like, I don't want to pay for a Nintendo piece of hardware at the minute, because there's nothing on them, but... Like, I was going to buy a 3DS, or a 2DS, or whatever, to play the next Pokemon game, to potentially play Animal Crossing, to play that Fire Emblem game that came out, I think, last year, was it?
Yeah.
Because I used to like them on the Game Boy. But there's also that Persona Q game, the chibi art Persona.
Is it?
Characters, yeah, it's coming out, I don't know, the next year or two. I have no idea. But it's chibi, so I don't want to look at it with my eyes.
If you bought a 3DS, I'd say buy a 3DS because they're better than 2DSs in quality. Because they're just better. They've got bigger screens. They're made better quality.
I have used a 3DS because my nana has one, because she's way into Mahjong. I have total respect for, but I think it looks like trash. It's made out of like 18 different plastics. It's got like weird, like, it looks awful. The actual 3DS, I mean, not the XL.
I have an XL and I love it. It's great. It's like perfectly fine to hold. But if you got a 3DS, you should buy Pokemon Y because I have X, so I can get your legendary, complete my Pokedex.
All right, so this is purely selfish reasons then.
No, I think you would enjoy the new Pokemon. I have like over 100 hours in it. It's amazing. You should buy Animal Crossing because I feel like if you bought Animal Crossing, you would have like the same experience I do, where you would just be able to like play it for hours. Well, I don't know about hours. You play it hours at the beginning and get like super deep into it, and then you play it for like half an hour each day until you give up. And
that's the thing. It's the going back to it every day at certain times to do things that just puts me off.
It's fine for like the first week or two when you actually have shit to do, and it's like, oh, they're opening a new shop tomorrow. I guess I'll check that out, and you just automatically or instinctively, you know, pick it up and start playing and check it out. But when there's nothing to do other than talk to your villagers and like pay off your debts, it's not great to come back to every day.
Yeah.
But you'd enjoy it. You would you would have the same experience I do, where you like have villagers that you love. Like I have a bro called Lyman who I'd never want to leave.
Only all weird animals.
Yeah, of course they are.
Yeah, so it's a fairy simulator then, basically. It's like Second Life, but solo.
I'm sure you would enjoy that then.
We need to go back to Second Life. I keep getting emails about some dude with like 20 numbers in his name.
I deleted my Second Life account, and they still send me emails of stuff they're sharing to me. It's fucking scary. I want to delete my email account now.
I will. I get like 10 emails a week from them, from the same guy.
Yeah.
This is like 20. Oh Jesus! It is a lot of numbers and letters in this name. Maybe like 64. I think it's as. Yeah, so let's say 64 digits in this name. No sense to it at all. And I keep getting the email. The object, blank quotation marks, in Second Life has offered you inventory.
Yeah.
Offered you inventory. Yeah, so it doesn't even make sense. Log in and accept or decline this inventory. Is owned by Naughty Dreamscape. And then there's just several URLs following it. Like, I think Naughty Dreamscape was that store on the weird sex toy street I visited.
Oh, I remember that. Is that the one where I tried to access it and I had just purple textures everywhere?
Yeah, that's not a fantastic game.
They were just like purple dildos that I couldn't see.
Speaking of bad game experiences, I didn't realize OnLive was still around.
Really?
But there is, and I have an email here from May 25th, so it's probably expired. But it's 75% off weird games, like Tropico 5's on there now.
Oh yeah, Tropico 5 came out a while ago.
The way it used to. Yeah, but apparently it was I don't know if it was in this sale, but it's on this email with the sale attached to it at least. And that Killer is Dead game from, was it Sudafish? The dude who made, what's it called? Lost in the Damned, was it? Shadows of the Damned?
Sure.
Game with the boner gun from a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
Oh, with Garcia Hotspur. You know, that weird thing, the Demon Worlds. Could have been a John Romero game. But yeah, there you go. So you should get on live. Then you can play good games. that aren't on your Xbox One?
No, I'm back on Second Life. I'm trying to fully delete my account now. So
What are you doing?
I keep getting emails. I just checked it. I've got like 12 this month.
Well, I've got breaking news, so get the breaking news jingle ready.
Alright, I'll try.
Jingle, 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 jingle.
Yeah.
Borderlands, the pre-sequel, has an October release date. Like every other game this year.
Oh, great.
Which, did you play any Borderlands 2? Or 1
Nope.
even?
I played Borderlands 1 with my brother, and it was pretty good.
Yeah, I played a bit of 1. I played about maybe 14 hours or something, 14, 15 hours of Borderlands 2 with Pat.
Yeah.
It's an awesome game, but if you're not into mad loot and like the weird humor, which I don't think is particularly funny. Like, I like dubstep, I don't like claptrap. But the trailers were good. Yeah, so that's out October. I don't know what the day is. I'm reading this article, and I can't find anything. But yeah, news, there you go.
Great.
Informative.
Game we don't care about.
And the Ultimate Player Edition, which is the PS4 Vita bundle, is out on July 4th. It has been confirmed.
Ooh, great.
There's no UK price, because nobody cares about the UK. But it's $400, basically.
Really?
Yep. No, that's a lie. That's a lie. It's 400 euros. So it's probably less than that. I don't know. Exchange rates. It's 400 euros. There you go. Go buy one. And then buy Persona 4. And then we'll just play Persona 4 for the rest of our lives because that game's so good.
No.
The game is pretty fantastic. I would like you to play that to see who you spend time with. Because that's the thing. It's who you spend time with is what really makes that game good or not.
I would like to play it as well and experience it.
Well, it is coming out on the PS3 this June, I believe. But it's not the Golden Edition, which has different characters in it. Or one different character, rather. Called Marie. And there's a different ending as well as the golden ending. Oh, Jesus Christ. You finish my words, I can't do it.
I'm still deleting my Second Life account right now.
Jesus Christ. It's not... It's a Second Life account. What does it matter?
You click delete account and it just brings you back to your account and it's not been deleted.
Well, you're telling me the Second Life interface and buttons and functions aren't great. That it's not the best user interface experience you've ever had.
It won't let me delete it. I'm stuck in Second Life forever.
I can't believe I downloaded that. I had to download it on my Mac because I was terrified about what it would do to a PC. It's I think this could be completely fictional, but I read something about the Smart Glass app coming to Windows 8. And
yeah, I heard about that.
So I might try using that because I do use the Smart Glass app quite a bit on the Xbox, on the iPhone rather.
Yeah.
And I don't know what the functionality will be like, but if it gets me using Windows 8.1, then that's probably a good thing.
Well, Windows 8.1 isn't a good thing to begin with, so...
Well, it isn't, but I do own it, and I should probably use it more. I think. I don't know. I don't want to touch it with a 10-foot pole, but...
I kind of want to experience Windows 8.1, but I enjoy 7.
You want to experience it, but you don't want to... You don't have to live with it, you know?
Yeah.
Like, you have a morbid curiosity, like you might poke a dead animal with a stick or something. It's like that, kind of curious. But, yeah, so is there any more games or news you can think of?
From what's going to happen at E3?
From recently, I mean, like, before we talked about Microsoft a little bit. It's worth pointing out that Amplitude Kickstarter finally got funded last minute.
Oh, I remember you telling me about that.
Which is a game from Harmonix. And I never played the other Amplitude games, but a lot of people seem to love them. And I thought the art they put up for the Kickstarter looked really cool. So that should be out next year, I believe, for the PS4 and PS3. My name will be in there, because I did loads in the development. I paid my $25, whatever. But, yeah, that looks cool. They've just gone through a lot of restructuring, actually, at Harmonix. A lot of people got laid off. I think they've shelved Chroma, you know, the weird sound shooter?
Yeah.
Where it was like team-based and you capture different areas and different genres of music play. Sounded cool, but it looks like that's been postponed, if not just left entirely. I don't know. They've still got Fantasia coming out for the Xbox One. and 360, I think, which is the Disney property that was, I think, shown at the E3 conference last year.
Yeah.
Which nobody seems to care or talk about ever.
Well, obviously nobody cares about it.
Yeah, it's kind of a shame. I don't know. I never played any of the dance games last year. I mean, I bought a Kinect and didn't buy anything for it. I played Kinect Adventures, which was free on the 360.
Actually, you had a Xbox 360 Kinect.
It was fun. I don't regret buying it. I don't know. It was sold really well as well. I think it sold like 5 million or something in the first few months of launch.
That's not too bad. That's more Xbox One sold.
I'm pretty sure the Kinect sold more than the Xbox One did in the same time they've been out.
Yeah.
But I would have to research that to be certain. But it's also like a third of the price, so it's not surprising, is it, really?
Yeah. That's a thing that Microsoft are going to talk about at E3. The Xbox One with no Kinect.
Yeah. That's sad, it really is. Because, I don't know, what other selling points did they have? I thought the Kinect is cool. The Kinect works really well this time around.
It does. I like the Kinect. One of the main reasons I bought an Xbox One is because I wanted to use the Kinect, and I enjoy it.
I like the lights on the Kinect. You know, the 3 red lights in a line.
Yeah.
I like them. They look cool. They look futuristic.
It makes it look like you're being watched by the NSA.
It does, and hopefully they like watching me masturbate, because that way we both win, I guess.
I know I do.
I don't know, I'm getting a phone call from my boss, but, you know, fuck you.
You can take it. I can cut this out.
No. Let it be known. After I've handed my notice in and quit my job, when she listens to this, she'll be swearing at herself. I don't like her anyway. But, yeah. So, E3, Sunset Overdrive, I was a bit bummed out by that trailer.
It looks so boring.
It did. And then I thought I should be more happy about this because I thought the game was awesome. So I'm going to buy it anyway.
And you buy anything anyway.
It's open world, and it might suck.
I don't like open world games, but I'm going to buy this open world game that sucks.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to buy Sunset Overdrive after I bought Watch Dogs.
Yeah. And then Fallout 4, if that comes out. I reckon that'll be announced this year.
No, Bethesda don't usually do E3, do they?
I don't know. They might appear on stage at Microsoft or something. There's no rumors of a big third-party game at Microsoft. They haven't said it's exclusive, though, I don't think.
Yeah.
But, yeah, like, it wouldn't surprise me if Fallout 4 was teased with a trailer this year.
What they'll do is, right, they'll have a number 4, and then some dust will come on the screen. And
then, like, a bobblehead. 4 bobbleheads in a line. What does it mean? Yeah, fuck Fallout. I don't even like that game.
Yeah, I don't like it either.
So, EA's right after Microsoft, isn't it?
Yeah, EA is... No, I think it's before Microsoft, actually.
I think Microsoft's first. I'll check, but let's carry on. Right, so E3 2014. Can you think of anything else from Microsoft? Obviously, there's going to be a lot of third-party things. Maybe Homefront, The Revelations 3, 2?
Yeah, that might be shown at... I think that might be shown at Microsoft. Also, Metal Gear The Phantom Pain will probably be shown if they still have that deal with Microsoft.
Oh, yeah. That's going to be 2015 launch, isn't it?
Yeah, which sucks.
Yeah, I wasn't overly impressed by that demo last year of, like, the stealth riding a horse through a desert.
That was a great trailer.
And it went on a bit long, and I didn't really care about Metal Gear, but now, fuck, I don't know, whatever. Show me more. Shrub and stuff.
You get to see Chico in it, though.
Chico, a.k.a. Quiet.
Yeah.
I wonder if he's got the bolts removed from his ankles yet. Do you reckon that's going to be...
They're in his chest now.
In his what, sorry?
The bolts are now in his chest.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
It's a breast joke.
Oh.
Because now
I love jokes when you have to explain them, but I thought you were going after the whole, like, why he has a hole in his chest or something. I thought you were getting deep into lore and fan conspiracies, but no.
No, that's just because he has a MP3 player in his chest now.
It's, yeah.
He's got a Microsoft Zune, they're doing cross-promotion.
Oh, stop it. Don't Phil Spencer with that. But, yeah, I don't know. Fucking Microsoft. I hope with, they've got these app announcements out of the way. They'll be talk about them, sure, but don't make a point out of them,
If they start talking about TV, I'm just gonna lose it.
I don't want a Hulu Plus demo of an app I can't get in my region, which isn't a small region.
I got in a little bitch on the Xbox One subreddit when they announced all these new apps, and I made a post saying, like, great, this doesn't mean anything for the UK since nothing's over here. And I just got, like, met with tons of Americans saying, oh, well, obviously the Xbox One's made for Americans only.
Well, you know, PS3 had a big fan base in Europe, so...
Yeah, but the problem is Microsoft region lock shit. They don't think that people in Europe want to watch like NHL, NFL and stuff like that.
Well, it's weird, isn't it? That does come down to licensing at some point because you have to pay for all that in America. I don't know. I don't care about TV either way, but I also don't want to spend 10 minutes talking about how Hulu's great on the Xbox. You know, better than your Roku players or better than Apple TV or whatever. I just don't care about that. You know, it's a games conference. Talk about games.
The Twitter integration they're doing is only for TV as far as it looks. So they're probably going to go, you can watch the new series of Breaking Bad and look at hashtags of it.
Hashtag meth. He's great. Hashtag, I don't know. That's Breaking Bad.
Jesse.
Walter White. No. Walter. I don't know. I don't watch TV. Come on.
I don't watch American TV or British TV.
But, yeah, I don't know. Whatever. That conference could be cool. If they come out and like, yo, here's a new IP, here's Gears of War coming next year, have a trailer.
I want to see Phil Spencer. He comes out, right, talks about the Kinectless Xbox, talks about apps, and he goes, enough about that. Takes the Kinect out of his back pocket, snaps it in two over his knee, and then goes, we're here to talk about games.
He just throws a Harmonix member of the team or something off the stage because, like, fuck Dance Central or something. Were they Dance Central? Am I getting that wrong?
Yeah, that was Dance Central.
Yeah.
The Peggle 2 guy should come out again and announce Peggle 2 DLC.
I've never played a Peggle game. It's probably my greatest sin.
I'm sure it'll be free with Games with Gold next month.
Yes, so Microsoft is 9 a.m. on June 9th, Monday morning.
Is that American? Is that American time or UK time?
Yeah, that'll be 5:30, I think, in UK time.
Oh, that's alright. I should be awake by then.
That's fine until you realise that EA's at 8 p.m. Another great time, you know, perfect.
Yeah.
You'll probably have about half an hour to an hour's break, won't you, between those conferences?
Yeah.
Because they always start late, and then you have Ubisoft at 11 p.m., which is getting a bit later.
Yeah, but nobody watches that, so it's fine.
Well, I can watch that with one eye closed because I don't really care about Assassin's Creed. I don't care about Watch Dogs DLC. The Division isn't going to be coming out for at least another year.
Oh, they're going to show The Division. I want to watch that.
Oh, did you not hear the developers came out a couple of months ago? Massive developers, the people who used to make good games. Yeah. But they were coming out and saying they didn't want it to be announced last year and like they needed more time and it'll be 2015 or something.
Really?
Yeah. And that game looks just like every other Ubisoft game, like a Ghost Recon game, but like with the graphical prowess of Watch Dogs.
It's an MMO and you get to walk around in police stations and loot stuff.
MMOs are like open world games. They're either great or they fucking suck. Like Elder Scrolls Online, that's a console MMO. Will be one day. If they ever launch it.
Yeah.
That game sucks. I don't know. It might be great on the PS4 and Xbox One. Could be great.
Could be great on the Xbox One when you get to shout your Foom at your Kinect.
It's not fantastic on the PC, I can tell you that much. It's just boring, but yeah, that's like it, isn't it? Like, for my is there anything else?
What time is Sony's conference?
Sony is not till 2 a.m. in the morning UK time, which means we won't be finished out until like what 3:30.
That's alright. I should be awake. Still by then. I'll watch that.
I've got work at 10 the next day. Granted, only like 5 hours of work, but it's still 5 hours of work I don't want to do when I'm dying.
Yeah.
But whatever, I'll be there. And then, of course, Nintendo's 5 p.m. the next day, which is 10 a.m. I think in the morning for US times.
I'll watch that. I enjoyed the Nintendo Directs. I like seeing Iwata try and speak English. It's great.
Yeah. That's actually 9 a.m. in Pacific time, but yeah.
Please take a look, and then he bows.
Please. Oh, I'm going to miss that. I'm going to be at work. Damn
Are
it.
you?
At least it's direct, yeah. You're going to have to live blog that stuff for me. I guess, yeah. We should maybe do something on the site if we can get it presentable by then.
In what, 4 days?
In 4 days. All we need is a name. right? I'm happy with how the site works. The functionality, it's limited, obviously, but so's the content, at the minute at least. It looks cool, presents how I want it to. We just need a name.
The problem is you're deep into like llama porn. So
I want llamas in the name.
Llama is not going to be in the name.
We'll see. But anyway, so EA, what are we? Battlefield Hardline leaked, which is a bummer, because that would be an amazing announcement.
What do you think they'll open with?
I don't know. EA is always weird. They're going to have at least a third of, or maybe a quarter, maybe, it's going to be sports titles that I don't care about. There's rumours of that Criterion racing game of some sort. Or maybe that was cancelled this year. I don't know, but they might show a racing game.
I reckon they'll open up with, they'll start, having a go at GTA 5, and they'll be like, we know you want to play heists, you've been waiting for them for so long, so here you go, and then Battlefield Hardline will kick in.
Wouldn't it... What if Microsoft press conference, Xbox One version of GTA 5 with heists? It'd be crazy.
Yeah, but then people will be like, cool, I've already bought it on the 360, put it out for that.
Yeah. I don't want the 360 version anymore, though. It loads so slow.
The frame rate dies if you go too fast.
Yeah.
I enjoy driving over roads with no texture because my cars are too fast.
That game is good, though. We shouldn't... Let's not slag off that game. That game was a fantastic game.
It's limited by the hardware.
Yeah. I don't want a PC version because then I'm not going to play it with people. Because I don't socialize on the PC.
Oh, you know what will be announced at the Microsoft conference?
Go on.
Red Dead Redemption 2.
Oh, really?
Yep, there's talks.
You think that's going to be this year?
Yeah, there's already talks. They've had it under development for maybe a year or two.
Well, they take 6 years on a game, or maybe not 6, but you know what I mean.
Well, if they're running off the same engine as GTA 5, they don't need to build a new engine, which cuts down time.
Maybe. I like the last Red Dead. I wouldn't necessarily look forward to a second one, but the problem is with a Western game, and it's the same with World War I games, the shooting is going to suck because all the guns are single shot. They're all bolt action.
Yeah.
And that's never fun, and it wasn't fun in Red Dead. But, I don't know. I don't think that'll be announced this year, though. It's too early.
It will be announced.
Maybe. Do you reckon they'll ever release that Agent game that was going to be a PS3 exclusive, 8 years ago?
I don't know.
Do you even remember that?
No.
No news has been said about it. It's still on their website as under development.
Really? But so is
7 years ago.
The Last Guardian.
That's going to be at the Sony conference. Has to be, surely. At this point, I don't even know what it is. I had no affection to it, but apparently it's amazing. That's got to be PS4 by now, surely.
I don't know.
But God of War 4 on the Sony conference. That's all but confirmed, I guess, by Twitter.
Yeah, God of War.
Out tweeting about it. Shinobi retweeted it on Twitter, so it's clearly true.
Clearly, is that the gaff guy?
That's the guy I found through NeoGAF, who seems to be posting mad leaks all the time. Seemed to be pretty right as well.
Oh, there was something I saw on Twitter which basically confirmed... Oh, yeah! They will announce either Halo 2 or the Master Chief Collection at E3. Because Xbox Mexico tweeted a picture of Halo 2, and it was basically just, remember this?
Yeah, I hope it's not just 2, though. I know, I would have been happy for 2 a year ago, or a few months ago, but after those leaks about the whole collection, why would I not just want all of them?
I want all of them. I don't know if I'd buy 2 on its own, because then I'd have to buy 1 as well.
You would buy 2 on its own, because there's nothing else to play on the Xbox One. You're not going to buy Sunset Overdrive, because, rightfully so, it looks kind of...
It looks junk.
It could be cool, though.
It could be cool, but that's what people said about Watch Dogs.
Resistance 3 was cool, and it's the same people. They also made Fuse, which is a game you've probably never even heard of. But
I've heard of Fuse.
Yeah, and all 2 of us here. I didn't even play it. It was the... I don't know, that game could be cool. Any Halo release would be cool, except from Spartan Assault 2. I would meet that with skepticism. I would not be totally pro that game. I know there's rumors about some Dead Rising 3 announcement, but I own that game. I still don't want to play it.
They'll just announce new DLC.
Possibly. That's no slight against that game. That game was fun, but I just don't like Dead Rising. Like,
Yeah.
it's an open world game I don't like. Shocking, I know.
I don't know. You probably know more about Sony releases that'll probably be there than me.
I don't know, it's weird. Like, you've got Guerrilla, the people who make Killzone, they're working on a new IP, but that's ages off, so that won't be there. You've got The Order, which is March next year, I think. I think they confirmed that date. It's definitely next year. But that game will be there in some capacity, because it was talked about a lot at Judges Week, I guess.
Yeah.
So that'll be on the stage show. You'll probably have a load more indie games, or, PC ports or something.
Yeah.
That makes sense that they would keep doing that. Drive Club, that's going to be there. That looks pretty cool, actually, graphically, but...
They'll show off Destiny and they'll have some new gameplay.
Oh yeah, I think Bungie actually tweeted about that, saying that they would be next year at the Sony conference. I wonder who will have Call of Duty and who will have Battlefield Hardline.
I think Microsoft will have Call of Duty because it's always been a Call of Duty Microsoft game, and then Battlefield will be at the EA conference.
It's interesting because there's rumors about a Battlefield Hardline. Beta. I was reading the other day, but it was PS4 only. They never confirmed Xbox One or PC.
Really?
That could just be an oversight, but maybe it will be like a timed exclusive or something.
Yeah.
Like play the beta a week early on the PS4 or something.
Maybe.
Do you reckon that'll be out this year, or do you reckon it'll be out next year?
Yeah, it'll be out this year.
Really? Wasn't Battlefield 4 announced? Or am I getting that wrong, or was it announced the year before?
Battlefield 4 was announced last E3, and then it was out in November or October.
Oh yeah, but they had the beta announcement, didn't they, with Medal of Honor the year before?
Yeah.
Where you buy Medal of Honor Warfighter and play the beta. I guess.
Yeah, then nobody bought Medal of Honor, so they opened up the beta for everyone.
Yeah, it just seems a bit soon, doesn't it? Like, you've come off Dead Space 3, which released last year from Visceral.
Yeah.
And then you've got Visceral working on that, and on this unannounced Star Wars project with Amy Hennig, the Last of Us lady. Creative director or whatever. So weird, like that. I don't know anything about the internal structure of EA, but it's weird that there would be those two big games that soon.
Kind of weird.
Maybe. You've also got Dragon Age Inquisition's going to be there this year. There's rumors of a Mass Effect 4 trailer, or Mass Effect Contact, or...
Oh, I want to see Mass Effect so bad.
Yeah, I don't know. That definitely won't be out this year. It would be insane if that were to be out before this, November next year or something, or October next year.
Yeah.
But,
although if it's like the first Contact FPS, free-to-play DLC, microtransaction thing that I said, probably would make sense to be out this year.
That wouldn't be a bad thing, The Mass Effect 3 multiplayer was great.
Yeah.
I like first-person shooters. I think it would be weird for a Mass Effect game to be first-person at this point. I don't think that's going to happen. I think they've already said it's going to be a story-driven single-player.
I want to be historian.
You never bought that much microtransaction money, did you, in Mass Effect 3?
Nope.
Because I unlocked Volus and stuff at the end there, which are not as fun to play as you might think.
Oh wait, are they the low guys?
I can't see over anything. Yeah, the big, the ones in the suits.
I unlocked one of them. They were awesome.
Oh, they're awful. They can't see over half the shelves. The colour.
You can't take cover. Yeah.
Yeah, they're slow. They're awful. They're the worst.
They're pretty funny though.
That's what happens when the internet gets its way, and developers give them what they want.
What about the Volus in the Citadel DLC?
Oh, the pizza delivery.
Yeah.
Oh, fantastic. We need another Mass Effect game. That needs to be that. I want that to be announced this year. Formally, with the name and a trailer or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm psyched for any more Inquisition stuff, but I realise I'm the only person I know who's ever played a Dragon Age game.
You're the only person in existence that's ever played a Dragon Age game.
I'm the only person in Europe who's played a Dragon Age game. No, they're actually really popular, but apparently not by people I talk to.
Yeah.
But it's going to be exciting, I think. Mirror's Edge 2 trailer again, I think. Maybe some Star Wars trailer of something. Battlefront 3, who knows?
Yeah, Battlefront 3 will definitely have a trailer. And then it'll be they'll say access the beta only on insert console here.
Oh, access it first on insert console.
Yeah.
It'll be a week later on the other.
and then people will go out and buy that console just to play Battlefront.
Like, here's the thing, like, people always like to say that remakes of games, like, ruin their experiences with the old one, which is complete bullshit. Like, I love Battlefront, but I'm nervous about Battlefront 3 just because it might be a terrific game. It could be the best DICE game they've ever put out, but I'm never going to have the same experience I did with Battlefront 1 and 2.
Yeah.
Which is going to bum me out to no end.
Trouble is with Battlefront is people who remember playing Battlefront, years ago, will buy it and it'll be like, okay, it doesn't feel like Battlefront anymore. But then the people who have never played Battlefront before will buy it and they'll just assume it's meant to feel like that.
Yeah, like, I can't remember. I think the PC version was first person or third person, but the consoles were definitely third. And I played it primarily on the PlayStation 2.
You could play first person and third person on the console.
Could you?
Yeah, I think I remember doing that.
I know you could on the PC, but I thought it was just third on the console. Either way, I only played it third person.
Yeah.
On the console. And yeah. If it's just like Battlefield, and it's got, like, I love Battlefield, I think it looks great, but I don't want that in the Star Wars world.
Yeah.
I don't want, like, muggy Hoth or anything. Like, Star Wars should have bright and colourful environments, it should be vibrant, and lasers should be really bright, and
yeah.
Like Battlefront looks real.
Stormtrooper. If you play as a Stormtrooper, you automatically have bad aim.
Yeah, and you shine like a mirror. You should be seen across the map. But I don't know that DICE can make a game like that.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, if they were to give that to the people who made the Mass Effect 3 multiplayer, I would be a lot happier, I guess. I don't know. But Battlefront's nothing like Mass Effect. But at least it's third person, Like, I don't know what the DICE engine would look like in third.
Yeah.
Who knows? Ooh, my Xbox update's rolling out, like, the last couple of days, hasn't it? With the external hard drive storage.
Yeah, external hard drive storage. They finally fixed that you could download games with goals now with the latest updates, which is good.
We should play some Spartan Assault then.
I played a couple missions of it. It's not great.
I meant the co-op.
Oh, right. I played one mission of it. Not great. But another update, which is kind of cool, is they added real names to your Xbox, and you can choose who you want the real name to show for. Like, I have some people that I've added from a site, which I don't want any personal information shared with them, so I just decided...
Site with maybe 5 letters in the name? One of them's a number?
5 letters?
Well, I guess 5 characters, one's number, 4 are letters.
Yeah, 9 gag.
9 gag, yeah.
Yeah.
Shut up.
But, yeah, so I could choose to not share my name with them, which is pretty awesome.
That's been on the PS4.
Fuck you.
I'm on the PS4 with my real name. Scandalous. What if people know my name on the internet? Oh, God. People reacted so badly to all that real name shit when Blizzard tried to do it.
Yeah.
A couple of years ago. It's just ridiculous. I wonder why. Is it accountability, maybe? Diablo's really good. Diablo 4 for PS4. Diablo 3 for PS4, rather. That'll be at the press conference. That has to be. I mean, they announced that, like, however long ago. So that's going to be there. Which bummed me out that I bought that on the PC because I was looking forward to playing it on the PS4. But there's that much else I want to play on the consoles. I mean, it's no big deal. But that's Reaper of Souls came out, I think, March, maybe. I played a few hours of that. It was my first Diablo experience. Whatever. We need to find a domain name for this site so we can get it up, because I'm happy with how it is at the minute, at least for the time being.
Yeah.
I think it's weird that we have categories you can click on and there's nothing to fill in them. Like, there's nothing for Nintendo. There's nothing for anime and manga. And there's nothing for podcast. Manga. But, get the podcast up there, fine. We'll tag the podcast in anime. We'll tag Nintendo in the podcast, and we'll be fine. You need to get the site up. This is why you're a technical engineer. I just file bug reports using Facebook.
Audio Jungle.
So that's E3 2014, as we think it might be. Probably wrong. There will probably be loads of shit we haven't even mentioned. Mortal Kombat or something. I don't know. Mad Forza Horizon 2 demos. Is there anything else you can think of to say? Talk about? Discuss.
Not really.
Say something about the site. Like, spend a couple of minutes talking about the site and what we hope for it. Do you think?
Alright.
Alright, so yeah, that's our plans anyway for E3 2014, so watch the streams, find out how wrong we were.
Yep.
There's probably loads of things we just
I reckon we
missed and overlooked.
we're pretty on top of things, I think.
2 Assassin's Creeds, I will care about neither. I don't know. I would like to see Rainbow Six Patriots, but apparently that got buried again.
It'll be rebirthed and put out there. Aisha Taylor will come out and talk about it.
Aisha Tyler, yeah.
Yeah.
She'll have Girlwood all over that Rainbow Six Patriots. That looked cool as well. I thought that, when it was leaked and they had the, like where they were currently at, like the pre-alpha build or whatever it was called.
Yeah.
I thought that looked cool. They were absolutely down a bridge. There was somebody in their house getting tied up by terrorists or something. I don't know. It looked cool.
I was about to say, is that the trailer with the bridge? That's all I remember.
Yeah, bridge and absolute. I like Rainbow Six. They need to make another one. Maybe make another Ghost Recon. I enjoyed Future Soldier. But, yeah, I don't care really about Ubisoft games all that much.
Yeah.
I'm not going to play Rayman or Rabbids anytime soon. Although I hear Legends was really good. I regret not playing that. Because that came out on like every system last year.
Yeah, it looked good.
Yeah, we've got Child of Light for the Vita coming out pretty soon, I think. Some point in the next couple of months. From Ubisoft, but I don't know. That's not going to be there. It's already been out for months on other systems.
The game that everybody was waiting for.
I want to go back and play Drakengard 3. That came out about the same time Watch Dogs did, one of those weeks. You know, there's 2 weeks in where all the last games came out. Well, like Wolfenstein and stuff. So I want to go back and play that. You've got Mind Zero, which is some weird Japanese game for the Vita. That looks cool. I want to go play that. Hatsune Miku Project Diva F still on there. I still haven't played.
Yeah.
That weird samurai graphic novel game thing on the PlayStation 3. You know the one I showed you a while ago? Something of the Shinsegumi or something?
I remember you telling me about it.
I should play that. The Conception 2 Child of the Stars is recently out on the Vita. Monster Mon Piece, that card game where you jack off your Vita. All these games, so many games.
I want to buy a Vita for that game.
It's weird, like I wouldn't say you should buy a Vita, but I've really loved my Vita more than the other consoles, I guess.
I will buy it for Monster Mon Piece.
Monster Mon.
I want to have a weird Japanese girl shout Sugoi as I rub my Vita.
Do you reckon they will have that in the game for the Western release, or they will have cut it already? I'll wait till the reviews come out, I guess. But
trouble is, it's America that ruin things. They're allowed to have guns and violence, but they're not allowed sex.
Yeah, that's true. It is true. Whereas we don't particularly care, by the sounds of it, in Europe.
Yeah.
Much. But I don't know. That could be cool. There's like 6 games from the East I need to play on my Vita.
I would put Hatsune Miku Project Diva on top of that list.
Yeah, but I don't like Vocaloid. But that's beside the point. That's,
I will send you the playlist of my music.
There must be some Mahjong. You should stick this in the link dump, actually. That you set up and stuff.
It's a private playlist, so...
Alright, well, write the names down. And draw pictures or something about why they're great. Off that topic, anyway. Yeah, I don't know. I can't think of anything else video game related for the next couple of weeks. But yeah, it's cool. I don't know. We're in a really good place at the minute. You know, loads of games being announced.
E3
going to be announced. E3
in the week or two after E3 are going to be great.
Getting pumped. I want a new iPhone, so I hope they get announced and released later this year.
Yeah. Are we going to cover E3 on our site?
I don't know, because the site isn't... You can access the site now if you're listening live on YouTube.com. But yeah, it's not up yet because we haven't got a name. That's basically the only thing holding us back. There's a few things you want to do on the back end, but we... I don't know. I'm happy with how the site is at the minute. It's pretty basic, you know.
Yeah.
It's basic blog, I guess. Different categories, tag systems in place.
We need a name. We need some sort of logo. We've got the content. We just need to produce more of it.
Yeah, I've got down and dirty with GIMP, so if you ever need some banners made or something, I've got you covered. I love GIMP. Yeah, I don't know. We need to get that up. We need a name. That's basically the only thing holding us back at this point. And basically we have nothing to do for 4 months but that.
Yeah.
So Yeah, we need to do... Oh shit, Rainbow Moon Sale is now on the PSN today.
Oh, the game I've been waiting for. Let me just
Rainbow
order my Vita now.
You can get it on the Vita. You can get it on the Vita for a PlayStation Plus reduced price of £4.89 for Rainbow Moon. Or you can get the Melodies soundtrack for 69 pence on the PlayStation 3. But oh yeah, Murdered Soul Suspect, that Square Enix game that just came out. Where you're playing as Ronan O'Connor, the ghost with the bullet holes who smokes.
And oh yeah, I know.
Bad stealth gameplay.
I've seen screenshots of it.
Yeah, but there is also an RPG sale on, at least in America, on the PSN store. So
Yeah.
people should go find that if they want to play like Mass Effect. Mass Effect's really cheap anyway. I think it's been on the sale for the last month or something for like £5.
Yeah.
Mass Effect 3, which is an awesome game. But yeah, the website, like, we just need to finish it up, and then I'm happy with it. I think it looks cool.
Yeah.
I like how it works. I like that I can post stuff to it really easily, really quickly. And like, what do we want to cover? I mean, I've had some ideas about looking back at older games. I did that piece on the Dawn of the Reapers mod, which recently had a release.
Yeah.
I don't know, like, that's the problem. Like, both of us play a lot of older games. You know, we just get weird. I get weird urges anyway to go back and play like 10-year-old strategy games and stuff for whatever reason. So maybe do some features about that. I don't know.
Yeah, sure.
Maybe record some footage and chat over it. Don't know. It's so much easier to record podcasts and just put them up because you're editing them.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I would like to do some varied content. I don't know about any regular stuff. And we're only really going to cover games we care about playing, I guess is a way of describing it. So, you know, I'm not going to try to give you an unbiased guide to whether or not you should play a video game. Like,
we should do achievement and trophy guides. That's where all the YouTube money's at.
I don't want to get sued by anyone. Like, we've talked about Nintendo enough in this podcast that they could take us down for it, you know? We use their brand with our mouths.
Can we just put a Mario face over, like, the video if we ever did video podcasts and just get taken down by Nintendo in seconds?
No, they've just launched that ad rev scheme, haven't they, on YouTube, where content creators can split ad revenue.
I guess, but Nintendo are weird. At first they said they wouldn't take down Mario Kart 8 videos, and now they've suddenly turned around and taking down Mario Kart 8 videos.
It's weird. It's like you said in this piece about Watch Dogs that you should go read on our website, which you can't reach at the minute. But I think you discussed, didn't you, about why you went out and bought that game?
Yeah.
The power of YouTube as an advertising tool.
I literally saw I saw one video about Watch Dogs, and I was like, okay, this game looks very pretty and it looks like fun. I'll see how much it is on the Xbox One. And from the Xbox One, I went into the game clips and I just found random game clips of people doing stuff in the game, and I was like, this looks fun, and I just bought it.
Yeah, well, that was really a game we would have to, one of us at least, would have to buy anyway because it was too big not to. But, yeah, we're never going to cover shit that we're not interested in, so we're never going to cover, like, Madden or anything, I don't think.
Yeah.
Unless my life changes in some really weird ways. Like, I own FIFA because I have the Day 1 edition of the console, and I played it once. I'm not likely to go back, ever.
Do you have, like, 20 game clips of goals from that one day of playing?
I got at least one red card. And, like, you have to play. I don't know, I was forcibly forced to play against Real Madrid.
Really?
Like, before I could access the menus or something. Straight into a game, basically, and yeah, that was awful. There was at least 3 cards, one of them was red. I still don't understand the rules of football. Great deal, but yeah, I don't know. Like, I've enjoyed the written pieces we put up so far, but we're not gonna, you know, it's our opinions at the end of the day. And
yeah,
that's all we can offer, I think. And hopefully, you know, people will like hearing them, I guess.
I hope so.
But, you know, nobody's going to hear anything if you don't finish that bastard website.
There are a few more things I want to put onto it, and then it'll be perfect. Then we just need the name.
Well, as you have nothing to do, you should go and do that right now and edit this podcast and find me a copy of the other podcast because I don't know where it's gone.
It took me so long to upload it to Google Drive. I don't want to do it again.
Yeah, upload speeds aren't great in the UK, I guess, is the only way of describing that.
I'm
like 800 kilobytes up or something.
I'm lucky if I get 1 meg up.
Yeah. That's what I'm meant to be getting at the top end. But yeah, I don't know. We'll get it up. We'll get this website up soon.
Yeah. Finish
it. I'll take name suggestions. I like llamas.
I know you do.
That's all I have. I don't. They fill an empty void in my
your MacBook.
But yeah, absolutely. So I think that's us for today.
Yeah.
Looking pumped for the week. Looking pumped for more podcasting. Pumped for games. And the fact there's nothing out for like 2 months after this.
That's just it. We're going to have E3. We're going to see all these great games. And it's like, yeah, you can't play them this year.
It's fine because I'm still playing Halo 4. And I've still playing Persona 3, so what does it matter?
Well, one of those games is great. One of them makes you want to kill yourself.
Sad. It's sad because if I'd played that before 4, I probably would have liked it a lot more, and then 4 would have still been amazing.
Yeah.
But you can't top Yosuke, you know? And obviously 4 was later, and it's a lot more polished, and it looks nicer, and like it's a PSP game, Persona 3, so not that the visuals are all that matter, but you know what I mean. But yeah, I'm gonna finish that game one day. I will write about it.
The PSP is dead now, isn't it? They've stopped producing it, I think.
In Japan, they've stopped shipping them. Yeah.
Well, it was only really big in Japan.
Yeah, but yeah, I don't know. Vita's great. Plays PSP games, digital ones anyway. Fuck it. I never had a PSP. I know a lot of people I know did. I know BJR, a friend of ours, was big into UMDs, I guess. I don't know.
Really?
Yeah, he's like, I was talking to him about it. He's like, I need to go find my PSP again so I can go watch some UMDs. They were so cool. I'm like, what are you talking about?
Wow.
But maybe we'll get him on one day to talk about his PSP memories or something. I don't know. But yeah, video games. Over and out.
Video games.
Sync the audio jungle music.
Audio jungle.